Okay. Yeah, I was going to wear a hoodie for the show because it's a little chilly in here, but I thought I'll just put the jacket on.
There you go.
It's dropping down to the 50s tomorrow overnight.
Dropping down.
We're still in the teens.
We were at 3 degrees this morning.
I'd love to have some really cool weather for once.
It's supposed to be. It was 3 degrees this morning. Yesterday morning. It's supposed to be up in the 40s tomorrow. 50 Saturday. 60 Sunday and 70s on Monday.
I love when they say, "Oh, it's going to be a cold front." I said,
Yeah.
"Cool front."
Yeah. I'd love to have a cool front. These cold fronts are ridiculous. Got my nose running.
Better catch it.
I plan to.
Yeah.
I don't want to share that screen. I got to.
Wow. Peter Maivita is in the new 2K game. Oh, man. I can't wait.
Did you ever find the Maivia 3 set, Richard?
No, I didn't.
Didn't? Okay.
No, I've been looking.
Oh, by the way, the one I got with Roman and his dad and uncle, that's back up to 70. It was brought down to like 43 for some reason. Now it's back up to 70 again. But I paid for it.
I'll have to wait until they go down.
That's one of the nicest.
See if I can snag one.
The Samoans and Roman.
Well, I have the classic version with Captain Lou and the Samoans, the Wild Samoans, the classic one.
Cool.
I have that one. I have one with Hulk Hogan and Freddie Blassie with the cape. I got that one. And then I got the not Iron Sheik. No, it was Iron Sheik and Sergeant Slaughter in their Iraq gear. Today was a busy day, man.
Was it?
Yes,
I was on the phone all day.
Wow.
Making reservations?
No, I was actually leaving a lot of voicemails because nobody answers the phone or
that's always
calls. Yeah. They used to be that way. So stupid robocalls. Nobody answers the phone anymore.
Yep. Well, a lot of people now, they don't have landlines. They just have their cell phones.
Yeah, voicemail.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I got my landline 5 or 6 years ago.
So did we. Just why? I mean, there was no real point in having it. When you always got with you, there's no real.
Well, I got RJ a cell phone. Actually, I should say we got RJ a cell phone, and we just dropped the landline when we upgraded our internet.
Yeah.
That air internet is so much faster. I'm just waiting for my cables to come in the mail. It should be any day now, so I can put it up higher.
I'm going to have to wing it, guys. I got a bunch of material, but I didn't take time to assemble it, put it together. So
Mark, winging it's what we do best.
Well, wing it usually is what we mean is when we're just trying to come up with stuff to talk about. I've got stuff to talk about. It's just that I didn't organize it, so I'll be flying by the seat of my pants.
You'll be good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ben. Hope you feel good, bud.
Yeah. Get better.
Yeah, get better, Ben. Take care, buddy.
I heard he was hopping a flight to come in.
Well, you got to take care of your stuff on flights too, though, Mark.
Yeah. Mile High Club.
Yeah, buddy. I got 2 more weeks, guys.
2 more weeks to what?
I'll be in the 50 club.
Oh, I didn't know if you were talking about vacation.
I'll be in the 50 club. I wish.
Welcome to You'll be joining the 50 club in a couple of years. Me and leaving it.
Yeah. I got you 50 right here. Whoa, hey.
Oh, nice. Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Talk about my high. Woo!
Andy and I have been in the 50 club for A few years.
8 years.
8 years. That's right, and counting.
I don't know whether to hide or
I quit
celebrate
counting,
it.
Mark. You know.
Me too.
I don't celebrate birthdays anymore because they're turning into countdowns.
They're depressing. I mean, you know.
I got one for you guys.
Hold on, we got to start the show. So let's start the show.
Hello, I'm the Barbarian, and I'm watching the Spanning the Globe.
And good evening, everybody. It is Thursday night. That means it's time to go spanning the globe. My name is Mark Maggard. I am your host. I want to thank you for joining us tonight, like you do every Thursday night. Before I bring my co-host on tonight, I want to be reminded by this show is sponsored by Marked Leather Championship Built Leathering, by Ashley Southern Designs, and by Unique Championship Belts. And we'll give a special shout out to Kevin Davenport and the DDK Double Drop Kick podcast. I was going to screw that up. I knew it was. Catch him on Tuesday nights and sometimes on Saturdays. And he has some really great interviews. Had a really good one this last weekend, or this actually it's Tuesday. And be sure to check him out on the Double Drop Kick YouTube channel, on Instagram, and you can also find him on Wide World of Belts. And if you're watching us on YouTube, that portion of the show is made possible by a partnership with the Brothers of Kayfabe podcast. They're on Linktree and on Apple Podcasts. So without further ado, I want to bring on my co-host for the evening, Mr. Richard Ward.
What is
Good
going
evening,
on,
sir.
everybody?
A little warmer where you're at. It's
Yeah.
cold here.
I wish it was cooler here.
That's right. Also, I'll sell you my weather. I'll trade you any day.
All right, cool.
Also want to introduce to the show tonight Mr. Andy B from Love Those Wrestling Belts. Be sure to check them out on Facebook.
Come join
them.
us.
Really cool group. And Ben is running a little late. And hold on a second. Oh, we're checking out. He's flying in.
Okay.
Here he comes. He's coming. He's going to run a little bit late. It's a little snow on the ground there. So,
Oh man, that's not very landing there.
No,
You think he'll still make it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Everybody's
not good at all.
I mean, stuff happens, but man, that's really.
I know, man. Sorry, Ben. Hopefully they upgrade you to first class next time.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, we're going to have to fill the hole. So let's bring in our guest co-host tonight,
Mark.
He said hole.
Mr. Kevin Davenport from DDK Podcast. Welcome.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey.
Welcome.
What's
Thanks
up?
for filling in tonight.
You two are so
Filling
cute
in
together, Kev.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Kevin, I got a video just for you.
Can you have a seat over in that chair, please?
Ben, get well, buddy. Love you, man.
Get better.
He was when he came into that chat the other night. Boy, he was.
Yeah,
was-
Ben.
he was
get
hurting.
better, bud.
He was a little hoarse.
Flu is no fun. Yes.
No, it is not. So
Well
Yeah, get
wishes
better.
out to Ben.
get better, Ben. Keep yourself hydrated. Take your medications, and get better so we can see you next week.
And make sure you get first class tickets for what just happened. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, take your Thursday dose of Spanning the Globe podcast.
Yeah, that kind of landing will turn your whole world upside down.
Literally.
Uh,
Yes.
Literally. Yeah. And I just want to make sure everybody knows that nobody died on that flight. Everybody was released from the hospital today. So
Mhm.
glad
That's
that
a miracle that everybody.
It is a
was
miracle.
okay. I mean,
Yeah.
Thank God.
happened. You heard about the miracle on the Hudson? Well, hold my beer and watch this. so
Miracle in Toronto.
let's
All the
see.
makeup for the female pilots were okay.
So let's take a look at or give a shout out to some of our viewers tonight. Mr. Ricky Hernandez is our first commenter of the evening.
Hey,
We didn't see
Ricky.
Kirk Hall has not commented yet. So this
Yeah,
week-
where's Kirk? I'm concerned.
R.D. Morton. Yeah. Jim Mills.
Hey,
Good
Jim.
What's up, Jim?
What's up, Jim?
Does some great leather.
There he does.
Chris Rains. Hello.
Hello,
What's
Chris.
up, Chris?
Platinum. And I want to take this opportunity right now to give our condolences to Platinum and the loss of his beloved cat, Boots.
Yes, definitely.
So,
Yeah, man.
losing a pet is not easy.
Our thoughts are with you.
It's like losing a family member. It sure is. So
Yeah,
our thoughts
exactly.
and prayers are with you.
Pets are family.
They are our fur babies.
Absolutely.
Got that right.
You're number one in our book as well, Chris. Mike Nelson. Good evening.
What's up, Mike?
What's up, Mike?
Hello, Lisa.
Lisa, what's up?
Bonjour.
Come on.
Tomage.
Bonjour.
Buongiorno.
Je t'aime. That means I love you in French. As a brother. As a
Parlez-vous
brother.
français?
Yeah. Oui. Oui.
Oui.
Uh-oh.
I'm not touching that.
Oui, oui.
I am not touching that one.
I just dabbled.
And Richard. Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, the hijinks are already starting.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Our weekly hijinks.
Yeah. Feel better, Ben. Come back next week.
Take care of yourself, buddy.
Yeah. Hello, Antonio.
What's up, Antonio?
Ashley Southern Designs right here. Hello, Ashley. And
Ashley,
hello, Riley.
hey, Roland.
Hello, Riley. If you're
Hello,
watching,
man.
it's my
Riley.
daughter and my grandson. I'm sure you would. Sure you would.
Mhm.
Sorry to hear that, Ben. Yeah, flu is not fun.
Just get your rest,
Yeah,
Ben.
man.
I
Lots
got a
of
flu
rest, drink
vaccine.
Plenty of liquid.
I got a flu shot a little over a month ago, so hopefully I'm good.
I'm afraid to do one of those.
But Chris,
Nope.
do whatever you have to do. We appreciate you watching. Good evening, Jason.
Good evening,
What's
Jason.
up, Jason?
Uh-oh.
Oh, here we go.
Hold on. Gotta catch up the comments here. Ah, there he is. There he is. Scroll down too far.
We're official now.
Yeah, we are. Yep, absolutely. So,
Mm-hmm.
thank you for watching Nor on the other side of the world in Malaysia.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Same time next week.
we got a special watcher tonight.
Do we?
VIP. Yeah.
Kevin O'Keefe.
What's up,
We got
Kevin?
Mo-
I got some pictures of some felt work he's done. So
We got Mama Meggard watching.
uh-oh. Oh,
You better be on your
After I
best
saw that.
behavior.
after I said hello, Lane.
Elaine.
Wrestling Bonkers watching us from the UK. Thank you for
What's
watching.
up,
from across the
Bonkers?
pond.
Hey, Bonkers. What's up?
My intro. Oh, I didn't put it on there. I missed it. I sure did. But those have some love for Kevin. Chris is saying hello to everybody. We're all getting. Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that video too. Hello, Mom. Love you.
Hi,
Mom.
Mom.
Hey, Mom.
All right. You're welcome, Platinum. Anytime. Thank you for supporting the show. We appreciate it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. As usual, we start every show with a belt of the week. And I gotta find it here.
Yeah, that's right, Jim. Tell him.
I gotta upload here. There we go. Whoops. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. I gotta play the intro first.
Okay.
You ruined the surprise.
I know it. It was a surprise. Now we can start it. I forgot when I uploaded it. It starts immediately. So here it is. It's the World Class Texas Heavyweight Championship. This was made by Ali Raza. I got this belt off of Ben Walker. Beautiful belt. Now, very few makers get that main plate in the right dimensions. This one is spot on, especially the bottom part of that main plate. You can read all the towns there: Del Rio, Laredo, Houston, San Antonio, Dallas, Fort Worth, Lubbock. A lot of great detail in this. I think it's like a 3mm belt. This is the original color version of it. Some later versions.
I like that combo better than the blue and red.
Well, that was Jerry Jarrett's alteration on that belt.
Didn't need to be done.
Gino Hernandez was the first guy to hold this belt, not the title, but this belt.
Okay.
And this was the color version he held.
Was
and
there
I got
another
a picture?
Was there another Texas title before this?
Yes, it was that World Class Heavyweight that was used for 3 or 4 different titles.
With the red plates.
The red plates, yes.
Okay, gotcha.
It was used for the American, the Texas, the American Tag Team. There was a television championship, lots of different titles. But appreciate Ben getting that for me. Some backing.
Nice. What's up, Chris Thermo?
Oh, there we go. I didn't play music. All right. No, I won't be bullying anybody tonight. So. All right. So that is the belt of the week. And on that note, I also have some belts for sale. Start this off. First off is the Georgia Television Championship, or I say Georgia, that was in the Georgia territory. It was the World Championship Wrestling TV program before it became the WCW Wrestling Company. And it was called the World Television Championship or National Television Championship. They went back and forth on this, but Ron Garvin was the inaugural champion. Jake the Snake Roberts held that belt. Bob Roop held this title. A lot of different guys held this title. Unique Spirit made these plates, or a sponsor, and I did the leather on this. And I am asking $275 shipped in the United States. So if you're interested in this belt, please hit me up. Otherwise, it will be on the belt sales post tomorrow. And I'm adding another belt to the sales post. This was the belt of the week last week. The NWA Television Championship, for this TV theme. These plates were made by it says Unique Spirit. I'm sorry, it's supposed to be Myama Dasser. On oxblood strap by me. I did this. But it's Myama Dasser. I apologize for that. And I'm asking $300 ship for that belt. That was a belt of the week last week. They changed that graphic. And finally, I'm selling this dual-plated Hogan 86 CNC belt, dual-plated by Great Custom Belts. It's got a beautiful belt tip on it, and it's on his leather. I'm also asking $300 ship for this. So, again, these will be in the belt sales post tomorrow. And if you're interested in those, hit me up after the show. Otherwise, you'll catch them in the sales post tomorrow. Also, we are looking to get 500 subscribers to the Wide World of Belts YouTube channel. 500.
500.
Once we reach that mark, and we got a little ways to go, we got about 300 subscribers. I didn't check how many we had.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
We had about 200 last week. But once we get to 500, we're going to have a belt giveaway for this belt right here. That is a not Hogan 84. This is the Winged Eagle.
Winged Eagle.
Dual-plated CNC belt on my leather. Now, that's actually my belt. I'm not giving that one away, but I've ordered another set of plates identical to these, and by Unique Spirit, and we're going to do a giveaway for that belt. So if you are not already subscribed, we would appreciate if you would do so. If you have some friends that like belts or like to talk about professional wrestling, have them subscribe as well. The YouTube channel. And look forward to having that giveaway. I hit him up at
No, man.
The place should be ready anytime.
What's up, Tyler?
Where are we at on
I don't
the,
think any of us none of us own ring worn gear, do we? Kevin, do you own any ring worn gear?
This is ring worn.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It really is. I wore it in the ring
You did. You did.
when I gave the BCW title to the champion.
Cool.
But I mean, it's reaching. But hello, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Watching. It'll sell. It'll sell. If the right person will see it, they want it. No, I
Tax
don't know
season.
anybody doing that.
Tax season is among us.
Oh, Tyler.
What's up,
And this
Tyler?
jacket is not for sale.
What's up, Tyler?
I
Oh,
okay. All right. Last week I had issued a invitation for any guys that do leather or guys that do any kind of work on belts to send me pictures of their work, and so I had. Let me see if I can find these pictures here. Okay, they're in this folder. Kevin O'Keefe, who does leather, sent me some pictures. He said during the show last week. I didn't have time to get them on there. Find them here. Okay, let me share my screen here. I'll show these off. Beautiful,
Another guy
beautiful work.
is getting awesome. He's getting more and more good, better every time I see him post.
Yeah.
They
So
sure
let me
are.
pull up these pictures here. Can you guys see that?
No. Oh, yeah, we can see it now.
Okay, all right. This is Kevin's re-leather of the Shop Intercontinental belt.
Nice.
Beautiful, beautiful
Wow.
work. Look at that. Look at that tooling on that snap box.
Very nice.
Wow.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Around the,
around the
snap-on.
belt tip.
Yeah, beautiful. Nice work.
There's a different. That's the Universal Championship, and I love that non-tooled area there in
I
the
do
snap
too.
box. Or maybe it
Very
is tooled.
nice.
It's just it is tooled. It's just very finely tooled. You
Yeah, it's
see
a
he's got
soft
WW
tool. Yeah, soft tool logo.
got the network logo stamp right there in the between the side plates and the snap box. That's a different belt, but some of his work. Beautiful, beautiful work. And up close look at some of the shell tooling. Kevin, this is amazing work. It really is.
Yeah, awesome. Look at that.
What's up, Kate? Thanks for watching.
It's great. Is that the last one?
Yeah, Kevin, that's
Yes,
awesome
that's
work, man.
It is. So thank you for sharing. If any of the leather guys or stone guys want to send me pictures of their work, I'll be happy to put them up on the show.
Speaking of stonework, have you seen Ricky's latest creation? Jesus.
All right, Platt, we'll be here when you get back. Hello,
I
Kate,
want-
new viewer.
I'd love to do that colorful stones.
Yeah.
It looks so good.
I couldn't see the comments. To
ahead.
see if am I repeating your comments here?
Yeah. Go
Okay, I'm
down.
sorry. I had to look at the other screen, so. But thank you for watching, Kate. We appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Welcome.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
That's what you call leaving it better than you found it.
Mhm.
Everybody helps everybody. That's awesome.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get organized here. There was a little bit of drama in the hobby today. I need to bring it up, and it took on. It started off going in one direction and went a completely different direction. But there was a. Let me pull these posts up here. Why did I close it? I closed it. There we go. Okay, I'll share my screen again. This was posted. I saw it in the Big Boys Belts group, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but let me share my screen here. There we go. So this was posted in Big Boys Belts. A gentleman by the name of Andy Pena, who I've seen the name of the groups. I don't know him very well, but I've seen him in the groups. Know him to be a popular member of the hobby. I've seen his name in many of the groups. But what he did, he bought this belt, and basically the details were he bought a fixed spinner off a guy by the name of Chucky Arab. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that's a big red flag for me.
Yeah.
With a neon light shining on it. So anyway, he bought this belt, but before he did, I guess he sent some pictures of his belt and saw some rust spots on the plate. So he asked if he could do a video chat with the guy, and the guy did a video chat, and he used poor lighting, which kind of hid, I guess, some of the blemishes on the plate, is what I understood. And so this guy was this Andy Pena was a little bit nervous about the transaction. Well, then apparently this Chucky Arab decided that he wanted to use Zelle, and that threw up a red flag for Andy. But bottom line is, Andy decided to buy the belt, and he bought the belt. Now, the belt has not been received yet. I guess it's in tracking, or there's some issue with the tracking or something like that. But anyway, he says this is a red flag. This Zelle thing was cough. So now he's wanting to back out of the deal. He's accusing this Chucky Arab of being a scammer, which, as it turns out, there's a few posts out there that are now saying that, yeah, he is a scammer. He's changed his names many times. So he's got buyer's remorse, ignored all the red flags, even the ones that were flashing bright neon lights, and he wants to return the belt and get his money back. He did pay goods and services, which you always tell you, if you don't know the person, use goods and services, which he did. I don't think he got scammed. I think it was a bad transaction, but he ignored all the flags and is maybe going to get a bad belt. He's going to get his money back. So they were arguing back and forth. I commented on it, saying, the name alone was a red flag for me. This Chucky Arab took a shot at me about it, and but it didn't stop there. He also commented on this. He said, I asked you several times, even sent you several photos, videos, everything, FaceTime with you while I was boxing it up. Right after I shipped it to you, you wanted to back out. I can't control the shipping once it's in the hands of the shipping company. And if you know me, I shipped a belt on the 16th of February to Wade Dakota Robertson. It just arrived 2 days ago. Took over a month. So wow. I can relate to this. So he said, hey, I tried to warn you. You still wanted to buy the belt. You can't back out on it. So they're still arguing about it. Well, it didn't stop there. Now we got this. Chucky Arab is now going into the groups, and he's posting pictures from Andy Pena's Facebook page using his family. Now blacked out their pictures out of respect.
And they have nothing to do with it.
No, it has nothing to do with it. This is posted in Big Boys Belts, which has since been taken down. And this is also in WWE Belt Collectors. And there's no telling how many other groups that's in. But I mean, there's no excuse for this. This is This is awful. It's despicable. Family has nothing to do with it. Leave him out of it. It was a bad.
You don't share family pictures. Yeah. Even if they're on his Facebook, just post a picture of him. That's all you need.
They have nothing to do with it. There's no need to.
No, absolutely. There's no excuse for this. So don't do this. Absolutely do not do this. But the bottom line is, before that happened, everybody was taking the side of the scammer. They weren't really taking his side, other than saying that you ignored all the red flags. I mean, a scammer is going to be a scammer, but you had all these red flags and ignored them. But there's no excuse for what happened after that, as far as posting pictures of families.
No, none at all.
Don't do that. That's one of the lowest things you can do in the hobby.
What's up, Ethan?
Oh, Ethan?
Hey, Ethan.
Co-host on DDK. Yeah, there's a lot of stupidity out there, and I've since seen a post. I didn't have time to pull it up before the show started, but somebody posted they did a deal with this Chucky Arab who went by Chucky Steelers fan, Chucky Don. There's many different Chucky variations. Yeah, I hadn't seen that one yet. But yeah, anybody named Chucky you want to be aware of. But anyway, don't be a douche and do that.
I don't see where he scammed the guy. The guy got his belt. It came late, but that's not scamming.
No, it's not.
If you were, I mean, and the Chucky guy saying, he sent him pictures, he sent him videos, he even video chatted with him, and you were all agreement to the belt before you got it. So,
right.
Wade, what's up?
And that's why everybody's taking Chucky's side on that deal.
Andy needs to, whatever he's done with his past. I've not seen this Chucky guy in past posts as a scammer either, but Andy needs to post pictures of the condition of the belt that he said he didn't get it in.
Yeah.
But Andy has had some issues in the past too.
Has he?
Yeah.
I just know the name. I've never known any issues with him. But
If you go in the comments, somebody says, yeah, he never sent something out that he was supposed to send out, and then Andy goes, well, that was 3 years ago. Well, it still haunts you when you do bad business.
that's true. That's true.
But I don't see scamming in this. I see you're mad at the issue, but
Mhm.
are we really this stupid that you're going to buy a belt from somebody with that screen name and use Zillow, and you get what
Yeah, I agree.
your own
I
fault?
agree.
Mhm.
Just my main
Wasn't-
problem
wasn't
is he's
smart.
posting family pictures, and you just don't do that.
Oh, that's you're a piece of crap.
It's
Well,
That was,
it's
that
funny.
was the Chucky guy, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Chucky, you're a piece of crap.
Absolutely. But it's funny that he thought the Zelle thing was a red flag, but we overlooked the obvious thing, which is the name,
Name.
and we still went through with the deal anyway. It just doesn't make any sense.
Doing good, Rick. Doing
But
good.
he got no sympathy on that post. He shouldn't have. But
Well,
What's
he
this-
made another post here in just 2 minutes ago, a brand new post. I know it's him, anonymous member, Chucky, and then posted a bunch of pictures of Chucky himself in that group. And then just 2 minutes ago, he made another post that says, Andy says, the fact that everyone rebelled against me over this Chucky Arab guy is truly mind-boggling. It's all good, though. The truth will come to light, and I'll guarantee y'all I'm not receiving that belt I got off him. I thought this hobby was a brotherhood. Truly get it. Oh, so he's not got it yet. So
no, he has not got it yet. No.
then what's the
He-
problem? It's still in
But he
transit. There's no issue.
intends to return the belt once he receives it but-
Why?
because he didn't want it.
Well, that's not how what business works. The guy did his
know.
part. I tell him to go fly a kite.
Yeah, he did. He did. He said, "Hey, I'm moving. The belt sales is final, and so he's going to get the belt and the money. Well, maybe not if he files that claim, but
I mean, well, UPS is not going to give it to him. I mean, I just checked the tracking number because this guy posted a tracking. You do know when you post a tracking number that I can see your address.
Yeah,
not very smart, but it's moved. It's moved within the last day.
Yeah.
But here in the last one was in Wilmington. Here in North Carolina, we just had an ice storm, so everything shut down.
Mhm.
A bad ice storm, one I haven't seen in years.
and that was following a
Jeez.
tornado.
You guys
the
still have
tornado
no
was
power?
that was in my county. That's 3 hours south of here is Wilmington, so that wasn't
Oh, okay.
How's the power issue today, Kev?
all out throughout the whole county because of the ice storm. I mean, you could hear. I don't know if people understand when ice gets on limbs and trees. Then about 1 o'clock, it had enough of all day ice on it, and we got 1.78 inches of ice, and it started taking the limbs out of the trees and going on all the power lines.
Wow.
But we're good because we got generator stuff. But it's
I want to go back to this. I think I talked about this last week. I shipped that belt to Wade back on the 16th of February. He had not yet received it. 2 days ago, I'd actually filed a claim. I insured that belt for the value, filed the claim. 2 days later, it pops back up on tracking. Amazing how that works. And he got it 2 days ago on Tuesday and opened it. Loves the belt. Did a review on it and Wide World of Belts. So we appreciate that. I'm glad.
you should check the here. I'll send you this, Mark. You might want to actually show this regarding that Chucky thing, but I'll send it to you.
Let me check.
Wow. I just
Oh,
seen
Andy,
it.
yeah, Warden, copy that and send it to
Okay.
the show chat so he sees it. That's pretty interesting.
Got it. Got it. Sending it right now. There you go, Mark.
Nobody was defending this. Nobody's trying to defend the scammer for scamming because it really wasn't a scam.
No scam has took place.
And if you get your money back, if you file goods and services or pay goods and services, you're going to get your money back. I mean, you're good. But
I'll say this: you have a chance to say how you buy and how you spend your money, who you spend it with, what services you use. You also have the choice to accept or decline whether you want insurance on it, and you also have the chance to say who you want to use as a shipper.
Yeah.
So don't complain with those issues when.
I'm gonna put this picture up. I haven't a chance to read it yet. I can't read this. All small.
It's got it. Yeah, you might want to. Well, it's okay.
Lost
Got it.
friends when I bounced stacks. Lost it all. They bounced back. Only count on my okay. Any other time I count stacks, but money don't make. Okay, that guy's an idiot.
Yeah.
Get that crap off my screen. Okay. I did read that before I put it up there. Sorry, guys. Yeah. So, and he commented on my comment when I said that the name alone was a red flag. He said he was taking issue with that. Well, obviously, I was right. But yeah, if you use business services like this guy did, you're going to get your money back. When he gets the belt, he plans to ship it back. But this Chucky guy supposedly has moved. He's not going to get it. But whatever.
Yeah, you're best off just reselling it if you don't want it.
Yeah. Yep.
True.
Yeah, Chris told me about this the other day. He said the head of USPS is stepping down because of a huge loss of money. But hasn't the post office always lost money?
Oh,
Yeah, it loses about $6 billion every year. It lost
Every
$6
year.
billion
Every year.
I wonder if Doge has anything to do with this. I mean, I don't.
He resigned like 3-4 days ago.
Okay.
I heard they found leprechauns in Fort Knox.
Needs to be privatized anyway. Government has no business running the mail service or any business.
I could vouch for this Traditions Leathers in Oklahoma City. I've been there many times. They're really good people. So yeah, it's just USPS is a mess right now. It just is.
It's been ever since COVID. It's been a nightmare.
Yeah. I have the opportunity or the good fortune of actually being able to visit Traditions Leather in person. It's only 2 hours from me. So, and they know Antonio. I think they know Kevin O'Keefe. But they're really nice people. Family-owned, independent business there. Wow. Kevin, I'm glad you brought up Massachusetts. I got a text today from MassDOT, Massachusetts Department of Transportation. I won't put it on the screen, but apparently I didn't pay my toll.
What's up, Iron Bull? Really?
Yeah. It says, please pay your fast track lane tolls by February 20th, 2025 to avoid a fine and keep your license you can pay at. It gives a link. Please reply Y, then exit the text message and open it again to activate the link, or copy the link into your Safari browser and open it. Well, ordinarily I would do that.
But I got one. I got one similar to that too, Mark.
But I've never been in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
So.
Don't click the link.
No. Well, I clicked the link. I didn't do anything with it because I knew what it was. So I went to the actual site, Massachusetts Department of Transportation, this Easy Drive, whatever it is, and they said that they're aware of this text scam. So if you get a fast track lane toll warning notice, ignore it.
I got one in Egypt for riding a camel. I ran a red light.
Okay.
You can look at. I would actually wipe your phone if I were you, Mark, because you've opened it. They can gain access into your stuff by doing that. But you can look at a link before you even open it and see if it says .gov or anything else. But people won't be text messaging you that type of business.
Yeah.
You'll be getting formal mail, and the reason you'll be getting formal mail is because they'll send it to the address of your license plate, so it'll come to your home in the form of a letter.
Yeah, and you'll get your picture of your car as well.
Yeah. Jason, don't go to Australia and act a fool.
Jason just goes there because he heard the kisses are from down under.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Elon said that he got a scam from Mars. He had a red light ticket from Mars, and he's like, I ain't even been there
yet. Yet being the key word.
They got one of those license plate cameras on Mars.
That's what Discovery was sent out for earlier, was to get all the governmental services set up to ticket.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. I got a set of plates in today. They're still in the box. I was going to open them on the show, but if you ordered plates before, most of you do not. You order belts. The plates are wrapped in bubble wrap, and they're also wrapped in a lot of tape, and it takes several minutes, and it's only a 2-hour show to get these things undone. But they are the AWA tags. They were commonly or most notably held by the Rockers, by the Road Warriors. I think the Road Warriors were the first tag team to hold up that version of the belts. Yeah. But anyway, they finally came today. Dream Championship belts. I'm going to put those on leather pretty soon. I'm still working on my BCW tag. I've been working on kitchen cabinets. I've been building some new kitchen cabinets. I've not been doing a lot of leather lately. I need to get that finished. But I do have a couple of slots available on my workbench if you need some leather work done. I had a guy who was supposed to send me a belt. He's ghosted me. So I got 3 belts of my own to do, but I'd rather make some money with the leather. So if you have a belt and need it releathered, hit me up, and we'll get you in.
Cool.
We appreciate that. We appreciate it, Chris.
Thanks,
You do.
Chris.
Anybody else got any belt news?
Mine's-
I found out. Oh, go ahead, Andy. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Richard. Go ahead.
Mine is in gold processing right now.
Which belt
My
is
Wing
that?
Eagle. I'm getting
Wing
a
Eagle.
WWF Wing Eagle, bigger than the shop version.
Mhm.
Not that big, not too so where it looks gaudy looking.
Ah,
My NWA
Wing Eagle's always a nice choice.
25th
Speaking about-
anniversary tag. It's in polishing and hopefully plated by this weekend. So
Speaking of belts, what do you think of the new belts released by WWE for WWE ID?
I was going to bring those up, and I'm glad you did because I forgot. I think they're pretty belts, but here's the thing: aren't those
You do?
Aren't those for independent wrestlers?
They are. It was. Yeah. It is for up. It's for people that they've ID'd that are going to be followed, and it's going to be fought and done in indies, in the only indies. It's not for Evolve. Evolve will have their own set of belts from what the article that I read, but they are exact stamp prints of the world titles. I mean, it's the same shape. It's
That's
just,
what I was gonna say. I like the
they're
designs
ugly.
of them, but I don't like the plate. The plate.
I think they're ugly and plain
yeah.
and garbage.
I don't like the shape of the plates.
Well, my thing is, if WWE has their logo all over it, it's not an independent belt; it's a WWE belt. That's
Well,
my-
it is a WWE belt, and it's because it's WWE ID. They even have their own Twitter account. It's for people that they've ID'd that are up and comers through the indie ranks, and they're going to be following them. And I kind of like the idea because let's say you can put out a stipulation. If you hold it on for 6 months, you get a shot on the television in NXT against maybe somebody, kind of like that. I think it's kind of good
That's
for them
what
to
I
do
would
that,
Yep.
and it gets people interested in indie wrestling more.
Yep.
But the
I
belts
like
are
that idea. I didn't get a good look at the belts. I mean, they looked okay, but I'm just kind of burned down WWE belts because they're not real original.
When we do come up with the news, I have some news also.
the world
that I
tag belt is just
read
awesome.
recently.
I love it.
Yeah, that the raw tag is
That is
fantastic.
awesome. That's the world tag. That is awesome. I love it.
Trying to find a picture here.
I'm not too amazed by the SmackDown belt. I like the Raw better. I'd rather buy the Raw one
Yeah,
than get the SmackDown one.
I love mine. It's great.
Okay.
I'll be ordering one soon.
I told you guys when I did the belt of the week a while ago, the Texas title, that I had a picture of Gino Hernandez with that belt.
Mm-hmm. And yeah,
Yeah,
you took
well,
it yourself.
I found it. Yeah, I took this. Yeah, I took this picture myself in Mangum,
Good
Oklahoma,
picture.
about
It's a great
30 miles to the west of here. This is the picture right here,
Mhm.
and that was within a year after that belt made its debut.
Nice.
I cannot believe I was able to get that close to take that. I mean, I was 5 feet away from him, and
That didn't really have much of a curve, did it?
No, I didn't. No.
Yeah,
Beautiful
you can
belt.
see it's flat against the stomach.
Look at the
And
guy
what's
behind.
that
Look at
curve?
the guy behind Gino sticking it, staring at his butt. Look at him.
Sheriff Roscoe.
That's what I thought. I think he's
Roscoe
about it.
Pico train.
I thought the same thing too, but I think he was actually looking at the belt.
Roscoe.
That belt looks kind of that belt kind of looks party.
The look on his
Yeah,
face.
hold
He's
on.
interested.
You know one thing? I believe that is Roscoe because that looks like Bo Duke right there. And Roscoe's like,
Right.
you're trying to get me.
But
We're
yeah,
French.
you know, I had heard that after these matches, he was driving back to Dallas and got pulled over by a state trooper in Oklahoma. And the Texas border from where that event was about 30 miles. But he got pulled over for doing like 100 miles an hour in his Corvette. He's driving a red Corvette.
Gee.
But when this
Wow.
belt first made its debut, I hated it. I just thought it was an ugly belt, but it's grown on me. But that shows right there. That is the original paint scheme, red and gold.
That's a great
Yeah,
picture.
Jim, that's gonna be cool when I get it. My Wing
Well,
Eagle.
since Ben's not here, I'll let everybody know his favorite belt. Well, I think y'all know his favorite belt. The
Winged
the,
Eagle. I mean, not
the
Winged
dome-
Eagle. The
The dome
Globe.
globe. The dome
Dome
globe.
Dome
Yeah.
Globe. I'm sorry, Dome Globe.
Absolutely.
He's got 7 or 8 of them, doesn't he? He loves that belt.
He's even got a belt buckle.
That's pretty awesome, Jim.
Got a poster of Harley Race wearing it above his bed.
Right?
That's the prettiest belt on God's green earth. We appreciate that, Iron Bull.
Thanks, Iron Bull.
So I have another picture, Gino, from a little bit farther off, but I don't have that one on my computer. So But that was a pretty cool night. That's the first time I actually saw belts in person. The American title, Chris Adams had that title that night. I got a picture. I don't have as good a picture of that one, but I got a picture of him with that belt on. That one with Gino. And so those are actually the only time I ever got to see belts in person. It was all the other times they came to our area, they brought a belt with them. So, as do I, Chris. As do I. But I'm looking for. I got Hogan 84. I'm gonna put on a lace strap for myself, and I got the AWA tag, which are similar plates, and those are gonna be tooled straps or a tool strap, and then this BCW tag that I got to finish for my collection. As a matter of fact, speaking of BCW, they're going to be having their event the first Saturday in April. I'll be attending that, and I got an angle there I'm going to work on. I got to talk to you about that. But I'll let you know about that when it happens. Yeah.
I think I saw the classic WWF tags in person.
Did you?
When I was about, I think it was about 9 or 10.
Huh. Nice.
And those were nice.
I'm trying to find some more pictures here, but I don't see any here.
And back then, they were probably just in brass. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I'm out of belt stuff to talk about. Oh, I also have another belt. It's a strap. It's a send-out strap for the Premier Dome Globe. It's got the lace on it. I don't have a picture of it with me right now, but I have that for sale as well for $350 shipped, which is what I normally get for the lace strap. So if you have a Premier Dome Globe, you want an authentic strap with lacing on it, that belt right there comes factory or comes standard with a stamped strap. $350 shipped. I've sold many of those, and I think every Dome Globe deserves a lace strap. Do you not agree? I agree. Stamp of approval.
There he is.
Yeah. The more you know.
More you know.
Yep.
Yes.
So let me pull up my folder here because I got a lot to talk about tonight. There's been a lot of stuff. I watched a lot of the they pop up on my feed. There's a Dirt Sheet Radio that puts out wrestling news, the 434, things like that. And so today I noticed, or yesterday I noticed on the 434, this came up. I thought this was interesting. Logan Paul has an Impulsive podcast. I don't know if any of you guys have listened to it or watched it or anything like that.
Nope.
But during an appearance on the podcast, a recent appearance, Michael Cole, one of the announcers, the head announcer, said that Vince McMahon would have never allowed sponsorship logos on the mat. Now, I know Kevin has a strong opinion of this. He believed that the mat was sacred and has to be kept clean. The belief most wrestling fans would agree with, along with Vince. So what is your thoughts on that, guys?
I
Too
believe
much,
Vince
too
was
much.
a guy. Yeah, he liked the ring clear, but I do like the logo in the middle.
I do too.
The way they're doing it now, that makes it perfect. I mean, they could make them a little bit smaller. They don't have to be so big and gaudy neither.
I didn't like
You
how
know
it
what I
was,
mean?
when it was first on the first Netflix. They had too much on the ring.
Yeah.
Raw ring. I just didn't like it. It's too much.
Well, I know Kevin has
You
a
don't
strong
need-
opinion about it.
What's your
Me-
opinion, Kev?
Yeah.
I didn't want to talk over you. Y'all were going. Yeah, I absolutely hate it. It looks ridiculous. It's too confusing. It is sacred. You should leave the mat. If you're going to put the logo, I can get over just the logo, but all this other stuff is.
Yeah, all the advertisement.
I say if you're going to embrace this route, my thing is if you want to make it more like UFC, then okay. Then why don't we go back and bring weight classes? Let's get a lightweight champion, middleweight champion, heavyweight champion. So there's no more of these 6'5" guys wrestling Rey Mysterio and getting beat.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to do that, then go that way. That's my opinion.
What are you guys' thoughts about putting like the ring pad? Just put a long ring pad on each side with the
No.
turnbuckles? No?
Because then you can't go through when people are doing those shots
Oh,
or their butt shots
true.
or the shoulder shots.
True.
No, I don't want it to look like a boxing ring, in my opinion. Just my opinion.
Yeah. No, I think it looks gaudy. I mean, you don't need two big giant logos of Great American Beer. You know
And
what
this
I mean?
comment, right? It's all about the money. It's just more money, more money, more money.
Yeah.
But Cole's other comments on there I thought were far more interesting. I don't know if you're talking about that.
Which comments?
Where he said, that's the reason Netflix wanted us is because we're more about storylines than being about wrestling. He says,
Yes.
WWE is no more professional wrestling. We're all about telling a story now. I'm like,
yes, I was
what?
looking for that and I couldn't find it. That's exactly what I was thinking of, actually.
Vince would have punched this guy's teeth down his throat for saying something so stupid. I just think that was a dumb comment.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Logan Paul said he was the original Yeet guy.
You can have.
Shut up.
You can. I don't know what y'all's thoughts are. You can have a great storyline and still be professional wrestling. That's what professional wrestling is about. Is about telling a story.
Yes.
Exactly.
But if you're telling me what, and you can see it's happening in WWE. A guy, I don't think they had any plans on Uso until this Yeet thing took off, being a champion, because all his sales everybody's just thrilled about the song and singing to it. I don't think many people want him as a champion. That's just my opinion. I don't think he's world champion. Just like what's his name? I don't think was world champion material who lost it in the faction. What was that guy? Long hair, black haired.
Damian Priest.
Damian Priest. Yeah. Once he got the belt, it did. Now where's he at?
Yeah.
He's just there, not doing much, but there.
Yeah, because each show. This is another thing. Each show, in my opinion, only focuses around 10 people, and it's the same 10 people every show. I'd like to see a mixture. Give some guys off, and let me see some tag team. Let me see some lightweights. Let me see some mix it up.
They got plenty of people in the roster. They don't use them all.
No, it's 15 minutes of wrestling and everybody's standing in the ring talking to each other.
I'd like to see some cruiserweights come back.
Yeah,
Kevin was saying, see the weight classes come back.
Yeah, and Jason's comments right. Yeah, it's just like it's getting way too much like a soap opera.
Exactly.
It's more about the storyline than wrestling anymore, and I want to see wrestling.
Yeah, I do too.
Yep.
The wrestling should tell the story. You should feel the emotions. When you go back and watch 90s and 80s wrestling, even the wrestling match builds up to a crescendo. Now you guys got the first 30 seconds. They're doing their maneuver, and they don't get pinned by that. And then later in the match, they're pinned on something.
Late 80s NWA did that the best.
Yep. You can still watch it and feel it build up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think the build of a good storyline.
I hate the entrances. I think they would take way too long. They're a production. I just think it's ridiculous.
Yeah, you go to commercial and you're still coming back and they're still doing.
Yeah. Well, you have the announcers jumping up on the table doing that.
Enough.
Yeah, I'm not a Pat McAfee fan.
No,
Did you see Thunder Rosa's thing last night where she jumps in the ring with the steel chair and the two were supposed to exit the ring and she goes to hit the girl and stops and the girl's just like, go ahead. Yeah. They fumbled it. This is what happens when you hire indie people and you don't get the indie out of them and they don't follow stuff.
It's AEW. What can you say?
Yeah,
they still don't know what they're doing.
I mean, everybody's wondering why what's her name? Who WWF just hired? What's that girl? It used to be real strong. Now she's slender, but she's still strong. The blonde girl that just signed from AEW.
I know who you're talking about. Jordan Grace.
Yeah, Jordan Grace.
Yeah, I mean, why isn't she on the main? Because she's still an indie type wrestler. She's got to get some of those indie things out of her, and that's where
they were bringing her to the main roster, but I guess they brought her back down to NXT to.
Yeah, she got to work on.
Yeah,
you got to work on something. If people don't know what I'm talking about, go look up the Thunder Rosa maneuver in AEW last night. God, it was terrible.
I watched it last night. Go ahead, Mark. I'm sorry.
I watched an old clip from George Championship Wrestling when they had the ring in the studio, and it was Eddie Gilbert and I can't remember who. They wrestled a couple of jobbers, and there's one jobber that just could not stay on his feet. So they had to pick him up. I mean, it's just awful. And I think they actually did some shoot fighting with him to teach him a lesson, but it was terrible. He couldn't run the ropes. He couldn't stay on his feet, and it was just terrible. And it was on national television.
I also heard Gunther's not really happy with his path right now.
Really?
His championship run. Yeah.
No, because they've not built him up as a champion. When you're champion, you need to be front and center. You need to be beating down on people. You need to be exactly, Jason. Exactly.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The thing that I think is tearing it up right now, I'm telling you, TNA is still I looked at it. They're impressive.
Yeah. I mean, their tag team from TNA just came over to NXT and challenged. They wanted to challenge the Ultimate Tag Team, and they want to take on the Hardys. I just seen that earlier.
That's your leather mark?
No. It's my
But I
belt.
like it that we have so much to pick from these days. You know what I mean?
Took it off of Gino.
Gino.
I am his champion.
Like I said, I watched AEW last night, and I gotta say the Hobbs and Big Bill match was pretty good. It was pretty good, and I like the Omega and what's his name tagging together, Ospreay. But other than that, anything else I didn't care about in the show. Like the two guys they tagged, Brian Cage and what was his name, Van Hammer, whatever it was back in the day.
Brian Cage. God, I just wish they would just drop
Lance Archer. They tagged
Lance
them both
Archer, yes.
together.
Brian Cage.
Yeah.
Has been
Is Will Ospreay a babyface now in AEW?
Yeah, he's been an babyface.
Yeah,
Because
now
he's
he's
a
a baby
heel.
face. Yeah,
He's a heel in New Japan.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
no,
think he's a
big,
better heel.
big time babyface with AEW.
Okay, I think he's a better heel.
He's a soy boy.
Kevin, you're talking about Thunder Rosa. Was that in a pool or near a
No.
pool?
No,
Yeah, pool. No, she just ran out last night.
it was just last
Oh,
night.
you're talking about the Jericho Cruise, Mark.
Yeah, not the Jericho Cruise. No.
Oh, okay.
where
It
she
just,
was
popped
with
up on my,
Nyla Rose.
it's popped up on my Instagram. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, you can just type in Thunder Rosa AEW media. I mean, it's even all over the media. They're like, "What was this spot?"
What's up, Judah?
Hello, Judah.
Hey,
Thanks for
Judah.
watching. Okay, I have to look that up. But yeah, I just don't like today's product at all. It's way too predictable. I Kevin and Andy and I grew up in a time where there was an argument over kayfabe. It's fake. No, it's real. There's actually debates about it. Now there's no debate.
Yeah.
Well, look at the one where the reporter got smacked to the ground,
Yeah,
busted his eardrum.
Yeah, John,
Yep.
John Stossel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good. I was like, I'd have popped him too.
He hit him hard too.
I'd have
Well,
popped
he,
him.
Oh,
he
yeah.
prepped the question by saying, I got the standard question. What's the question? He said, I think it's fake. That wasn't
You think that's fake?
no, he said he's going to ask me a question. That wasn't a question, it was a statement.
David Schultz popped him good.
He did.
Right.
He did. Yeah.
I did. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
It's just give me a better product. Give me actual wrestling. Give me storytelling in the ring. Stop with all the pomp and circumstances. Give me some good wrestling. These kids today are following it. They're just more of on the songs, the yeeting, the I Believe in Joe Henry, because they've never been introduced to good wrestling. They've never seen good wrestling. They've never seen really good storytelling, and it's just
Even my son, I'll sit down and I'll play some NWA, AWA, and stuff like that. And he's like, Dad, it was kind of more real back then. I said, well, because that's what they concentrated on in the ring. It wasn't about stupid storylines and having things go 1 minute they're fighting against each other and then the next minute they're friends. It's
I mean,
stupid.
back in the 80s, we had our thoughts. This can't be. Come on. But we didn't care. We just went to the matches. We enjoyed it. We watched it. We loved it.
it was. Do you remember who was it that beat down? What was it? What was his name? Whatever that beat down Braun Strowman that night on was it main event?
Jacob
beating-
Fatu. Jacob
I mean, he
Fatu.
just like you thought it was going to stop with 2 off the rope. Then he got 4. That was the NWA. I mean, they beat people down till you felt like,
Saturday
oh
night's
my
main event.
Lord, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And their fights in the back room, oh Lord, and then throwing down women and slapping baby doll, and it was just, and now we've got people going in the ring, and then they're giving post news conferences about the wrestling in the ring. Why do we need a news conference or a post?
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I like back in the day where they dragged them in the back. They brought them out into the parking lot and stuff like that, and they had a drag out, brawl out. I like that stuff, going through the locker room and stuff like that.
That was a rarity. Nowadays, it's all through
All
the
the time.
show.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see like where they took Dusty to the parking lot and held him while they broke his arm. I mean, you don't see that at all anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Or you were interviewing a guy, and then the guy came out from the back room and stomped the mud hole on you while you were in the back room.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
No, that
coming through the curtain. They attacked him coming through the curtain those days. Or even doing an interview, during an interview in the backstage, the guys would get jumped and they'd start going at it.
I mean, that's why they didn't fight, because they were in street clothes and this, that, and the other. But now you have them coming in the ring and this, that, and the other. Not even an interview in there. I'm like, well, what's stopping you right now? I'm just popping them in the face. Back then, it was the interview guy keeping between you two, or they interviewed them separate.
Yep.
And back to the ring. Oh, wait a minute. 20 minutes later, they're still eating. Okay, well, wait a minute. Come on back here. We'll interview some more people.
Yeah.
There you go.
To me,
Jay.
wrestling's not wrestling anymore. It's more about the gimmick. The wrestling takes a back seat to the gimmick.
There you go, right there.
Amen, Jason.
Yeah.
And they carry the belts around like they were what they stood for.
The belts
Right.
were respected back then.
Yeah, they're
Top
throwing them all over the
respect.
place now. It's
I know
just getting to be ridiculous.
Big
Well,
time
it's-
difference from back then.
It's a billboard sign anymore. It's not a real championship belt.
Yeah.
I
think
did
I'm
hear
wa-
some recent news, though, guys. I've heard that TKO purchased Lucha Underground's stuff.
Yeah, they did.
Mm.
They purchased all the
So,
properties.
are we going to see some Lucha stuff going on in WWE now?
Wouldn't surprise me. And look how
'Cause remember-
look how well Penta is over already. I mean,
Penta and Chelsea Green had a match over in
and then
Lucha
supposedly
Underground.
brother has been not being held back by Tony Khan anymore, so we could be seeing him.
Oh, I can't wait.
What
I
do
can't
you notice? People want characters.
Mhm.
Characters. Ultimate Warrior, Honky Tonk Man, Mr.
Mhm.
Perfect. Not just a generic name like Andy Brie or Mark Magern or Joe Henry. They want a character. They want they want that name, and that's why some of these ones. Why is Penta so big? Because he's Penta. You don't know who he is. You don't know nothing about him. He's gimmicked up. He's dressed all up.
What do you guys think about Ricky Starks becoming Ricky Saints?
I'm glad you brought that up. Why can't they just have the real names?
Yeah, I don't get that at all.
I, for
He's
one,
from New Orleans, and I understand.
yeah, I for one don't mind because he picked it himself.
but
He
why not
wasn't
keep
given
Ricky
that
Starks?
name; he picked it himself. I think he wants to start fresh.
That's not fresh when it's just a same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he just wants. Yeah, he just wants to start differently, and I guess give respect to his town or
I
whatever.
would have thought just Starks was cool.
He was interviewed by Bully Ray, and I got the impression that he quietly was told, "Okay, you got to change to something else. You can't go with Starks."
And Billy Ray needs to shut up.
Yeah, well, good luck there.
God, he's a big.
I got to think about Bully right here in a little bit. I'll bring that up. Well, I'm going to bring it up now. Let me pull up the picture real quick.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm just getting out of sequence. It's okay.
I was out of the show prep till about 7:30, people. So I'm sorry about that.
That's all right.
But we'll be with you on the Span and the Go podcast.
Speaking of Bully Ray, this came up. I don't know if you guys saw this or not. That's not it. Where'd it go? There it is. Bully Ray tweeted the other day. He says, I'm going to go start going to wrestling shows, set up a debate table outside arenas just like Charlie Kirk did at college campuses. Debate fans about anything pro wrestling. We'll tape everything and put it on socials just so I can show all the know-it-alls they know nothing at all. That's Bully Ray-ish, isn't it?
That's the one thing about him.
Yeah, his opinion is like everybody else doesn't have one.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, my wife's friend is dating one of his friends.
Really?
Well,
So they hang out.
Billy Ray just doesn't understand that opinions are like, everybody's got one, but
Yeah.
people need to understand Billy has two, one in his mouth and one in his. That's why he talks a lot.
Well, he is very opinionated. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Sometimes too opinionated.
Yeah. And you were talking about up and coming people. Let me show you this. I meant to talk about this 2 weeks ago and I forgot about it, but here it is right here. Make sure I get it right. There we go. Shane McMahon has a son named Declan.
Mm-hmm.
He is the eldest son, and he has hinted. I guess he's a running back for the University of Indiana. And he has hinted at joining the WWE after completing his college education. He's expressed interest in wrestling and shared potential storyline ideas, including a triple threat match, how original, with his brothers. Wow. He has dismissed the idea of joining other wrestling organizations like AEW or TNA, focusing solely on a future with WWE. What do you guys think about that?
Go for it, kid. If that's your
Yeah,
dream,
I
go
mean,
for it. I'm never going to tell you.
Why
I
not?
wouldn't.
Why
I wouldn't limit yourself to just saying only WWE.
Yeah.
But they've got how many? They got the Evolve coming up, NXT, the indie thing. Go for it, kid. You got that. You got the avenue to get into WWE with your your dad. So go for it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wish you success.
That'd be interesting.
I mean, you got
I
both.
thought-
Both are a good career. You get the wrestling, and then you get the football too. So
Yeah.
pick one.
I would have thought that Road Warrior Animal's son, he played pro football. I would have thought he would try to get into wrestling after football. But that
Glad you
hasn't
like it,
happened.
Chris. Do you want it now, Chris?
You got Scott Steiner's son.
Yeah.
Starting it. He's
Yeah.
going to get in there.
And
Like we were talking about the other night, we want to see Braun Breaker and Rick Steiner's kid, Scott Steiner's kid, get together.
Yep.
Make a new version of the Steiner brothers, but Steiner cousins. You know what I mean?
I'm not following. Was that something in the past that I've said or done?
I don't know. I just thought it sounded funny.
I'm sorry, Keith. I can't remember anything. I feel like that was a running joke or something. I just forgot it. Whatever.
What's
it is.
up, Andrew? Yeah, that was.
It was. Okay.
Yeah.
And then yes, baby, come on, massage my big old ball head.
And with that,
though.
And with
I'm
that,
ready.
we're going to go into hour number 2. You're watching Spanning the Globe on the Podcast Mafia Network.
Podcast Mafia will review you.
Love that music.
Want to get my belt and do like Hogan. Dun, 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 dun.
It does kind of sound like NWO music, doesn't it? I took a not a copyright or some kind of a royalties thing hit, and that's supposed to be royalty free music, but apparently not.
I can send you a thing of it if you want where you get it.
Okay. Well, I found a website that says it's royalty free for YouTube, but whatever. I didn't get a strike on it. It just said that I'm sharing revenue.
Yes, Rick. I just read about that before the show, Rick.
What's that?
That Tony Khan is ghosting Shane.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I haven't heard that.
Shane, just let it go bankrupt. Let him
Yeah,
be
let
so
it go.
far in debt that the daddy's money is like, you know what, you
At
need
some
to sell
point,
this.
Daddy's gonna get with Tony and say, "Quit spending all that damn."
He
money."
already has. There's some signs and
Correct.
stories out there that he's already doing it. Yep.
Yeah,
Daddy just now hired a new head coach for his football team. Did you hear that? about
gravy
that?
train's gonna be stopped.
It'll happen again next year. They're the worst
Yeah.
at running anything.
Can we talk about
No,
the
I'm not.
small the
He's
small
he's all right.
the small ring? The small ring
Okay.
that was brought
I'm glad
in.
you brought that up because I got that.
Shoot blanks either.
All
Yeah.
dressers just
Oh
better
my
watch out.
god!
I got that too. You guys are just running right through my material.
I guess they weren't part of the show prep either.
Yeah.
Hey, Andrew. How you doing, sweetheart? Hope you're
Yeah, we
feeling
did
good.
Andrea,
They missed the meeting.
Everybody wish her most success on doing her teaching thing. Keep working hard, kid.
Yeah, keep working on it.
Best of luck. Now I lost my link here. Hang on.
We were busy messing around with videos earlier and laughing.
Yeah, we were
just
Oh,
a
way too
little
much fun at it.
Just a little.
having way too much
Well,
fun.
I'm still worried about the the guy in the corner who's leaning up on the glass behind Richard's left shoulder over there. I don't know what he's doing. That he's got that face, but it's kind of puzzling to me.
I got all this stuff in one corner. I got to clean out behind it. I have stuff behind it that I got to put up in the attic.
Mm-hmm.
So I can set this corner up. Last
Fun with
corner,
it. Figure.
He's
Okay.
like,
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing, but he's
Richard mentioned the size of the AEW ring at the Grand Slam event, and I found an explanation for this. There actually is no controversy. Pro Wrestling Worldwide reports this. There is no controversy. These are the facts. While social media was claiming that AEW had forgotten to ship the ring to Brisbane or that ring didn't arrive on time, this has been definitely not proven to be true. The ring used in the Australian event was an 18 by 18 ring. It is smaller than AEW's standard 20 by 20 ring that is normally used in the U.S. It was rented from a local promotion PWA as part of a business arrangement made months in advance. The 18 by 18 size is an industry standard used by numerous prominent wrestling promotions, including TNA, Ring of Honor, and most independent wrestling companies. The ring aprons were properly scaled for the new ring size, despite what all the social media pages were claiming. It is standard practice for wrestling promotions like AEW and WWE to use local wrestling rings rather than ship their own rings overseas for international events. QT Marshall made a comment regarding all the controversy. He says, and I quote, "The AEW ring is a design that only AEW has. It's very rare that an independent company or a major company has a 20-foot ring. This ring is an 18-foot ring. I think we've established that. TNA has been using for years and older Ring of Honor as well. Why is this a talking point? It's not our first time using an 18-foot ring." Thoughts, guys?
I'm sorry, that looked like a micro wrestling ring.
The two wrestlers that removed their tweets said the ring was also collapsing in on itself because the poles were bent.
Oh, great.
That it was also a step stool and not a steel stool to get into the ring. That it also had holes in the mat that they were using. He said, and that was the wrestler who sprung his ankle to get in there. That
Buddy
company,
Murphy, yep.
That company gets bread-winning money. They've done a bunch of things for Tony Khan, and it's another one of those. Who's that guy that loves AEW from Wrestling Observer?
Meltzer?
Yeah, doing the same thing. But there was the actual place that they got the ring. Even put out a statement saying, yes, that we lent them a ring, that the ring that they had scheduled to have did not arrive. Now, what we mean arrive, meaning, yeah, they were getting it from somewhere else that didn't get it. So why not just admit it? Hey, we used what we got and we got through the show.
Yep.
But you could even see the poles were bent.
Yeah.
They were bent.
The BCW ring that I'm going to be seeing here, I've helped set that up. Actually, I think came from the WCW power plant. Is what I was told. So
Cool.
I don't remember what the size is of that one, but it's a pretty good size.
Yeah, I think
It
when
looks-
Buddy Murphy jumped the ropes, he landed in one of the holes because that's
I
why
saw-
he
I
twisted
saw
his
that.
ankle. Yeah.
It
Yeah,
looked nasty. Yeah, it
he
looked
was
nasty.
pissed. He was pissed.
Yeah, WCW used an 18 by 18. WWF has used 20 by 20.
20 by 20.
I got a picture of that ring. Let me see if I can.
But that ring,
it-
even if it was 18 by 18, was made about a foot shorter at all sides just because it was bent in, and you could see it was bent in.
Yeah.
I mean, there's pictures
got
of it.
Oh, I don't have it. Yeah, here we go.
But that's funny that your promotion is so bad that you're having to fight the ring and not talk about your event.
Right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a reason people are talking about it.
'Cause
Okay,
you're
here's
in
a picture. Here's the picture of the ring that was used.
Yeah, and
I
if you
see
put
it
it
was
together-
getting pole on the left.
Like Kevin said.
Boy, that does look
Yeah,
small.
two of them
Okay.
were there's other photos on Twitter that are even and then the step stool that was used to get in there. It was
You don't
just
see
a
no
disaster.
ring steps. Yeah,
had
you
a-
don't
that
see
looks
the
about-
steps for the ring.
They didn't.
That
Have,
looks about the size of the BCW ring.
they didn't have steps for the ring. A step stool.
No.
They had to use
They had
these
those step
steps that were metal and wood. It wasn't an all metal ring, but it
Oh,
was a
that's
short
pathetic.
step up.
That's pathetic.
Yeah, there was people showing up, showing also where they were having to cut that AEW Grand Slam banner to make it fit because it was not fitting right.
Yeah, that's a small ring.
That pole on the left side, the near side by that guy with the vest on, it does look like it's been in a little bit.
It's way worse when you get the better angle of it on the floor, and there's matches of it. I'll send you a picture.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Picture up here.
Wow,
Wow. Yep. Pretty sad.
it is.
Yeah,
I
she
saw a
was
video.
She was there.
I saw a video today where what's her name? Dr. Britt Baker. She loves McDonald's.
Oh
She's a-
yeah.
Yeah, you can't tell by. I mean, she's pretty sculpted, but she likes McDonald's, and she was trying out some. It was a Shamrock Shake.
Oh yeah. Shamrock Shake. Yep.
She said everybody loves a Shamrock Shake. I want to see what the hullabaloo is about. I've never tried this, so she said she ordered the McFlurry version of it. So she went to eat it. She said it tastes like ass.
Oh,
So as much as she loves McDonald's, she's not a fan of the Shamrock Shake.
So apparently she's used to eating it.
I guess. Well, Rio was gonna have to doctor his sprain. That looked like a nasty sprain. I saw that.
Yeah, he hopped over the ropes and instantly his leg went.
Yeah, just
Twist.
Yeah, just like that. Look bad.
So he had to hit one of those holes in the ring.
I wonder how long he's gonna be out. Did he get to finish his match or do his match?
I don't think he did.
Okay.
Or he had to lose.
I bet it was a short match.
I'm gonna watch that tomorrow. Matter of fact, I have it recorded. I gotta watch it.
Richard, you're going to be on Turnbuckle Throwbacks. What's the name of that?
Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna be on the official Turnbuckle Throwbacks. My cousin's podcast. He's been going on. It's going on 18 years now.
He's been doing it that long?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. So I'm going to be on there, and we're going to talk about, classic wrestling, update pay-per-views and stuff like that. He usually talks about the pay-per-view shows and stuff like that.
Is this on Facebook or on YouTube, both, or?
I believe he's going to do it through Zoom, and then he's going to play it. He'll record it, and it'll be put on Spotify, Apple. There's a couple other streaming sites he uses too. It's all under the umbrella of what the hell's the name of that group? Shining Wizard Network. There's a whole network, and he's under that umbrella.
Okay,
I found it here, Mark.
Okay.
But
now
yeah,
you told me what the subject's going to be, and you were asking me for some ideas. So what's that subject going to be?
what he does, he has a special segment, and it's a throwback. It's called Throwback. And what he does, he'll talk about, famous feuds or matches, classic matches from the past. So I made the suggestion, let's do the Freebirds Von Erich's feud.
Good choice.
And, I wanted to pick your brain about that.
I think it's an excellent choice.
To do. I mean, I think it was excellent to do a throwback with it. I mean, and the perfect thing is we're related. We're big wrestling fans. We grew up watching, all the stuff. Mm-hmm. So when he asked me, I was like, yeah, definitely. I'd be happy to come on.
I think it was an excellent choice because, that's my era. I grew up around the Von Erich Freebird feud. I started watching World Class about 3 or 4 months before that started. And I was a Freebird fan because they were in Georgia. When I first started watching wrestling, they were in Georgia. And when I found out they were coming to World Class, because I knew they came up to Oklahoma because they do house shows in Oklahoma and Texas, there'd be a good chance I might get to see them in person. And I got to see 2 of them. I got to see Buddy Roberts and Michael Hayes. But that thing exploded when that cage door hit Kerry on the head. And what led up to that? What led up to that prior to that was there was an earlier match that evening. It was a 6-man tag team title match. They invented the 6-man tag team titles just for this feud. And it was a trophy back then. It wasn't belts. It was a trophy. But the Freebirds, it was supposed to be Buddy Roberts, Michael Hayes, and Terry Gordy. And they're supposed to take on 3 guys. And 2 of them had a fake name. In fact, one of them was actually a local guy, Johnny Mantell, who was at one time the president of the Hall of Fame in Wichita Falls. But he was a pretty good wrestler, but he was a jobber at World Class. But they renamed him somebody else. But Buddy Roberts, this was the angle. Buddy Roberts was not able to make that match. His flight was delayed or the weather delayed it or something like that. So David Von Erich agreed to step in for Buddy Roberts. And he scored the winning pinfall to get the Freebirds the World 6-Man Tag Team titles. At the end of the match, he gave up his spot to Buddy Roberts so they could have, the intact team. Later that night, you had the Kerry versus Ric Flair match, and Michael Hayes is a special referee, which was voted on by the fans. Okay, this is a big buildup. They voted for Michael Hayes to be the special referee because there's no way that Kerry could lose in a steel cage with Michael Hayes as a special referee. They also had David Manning in there as a referee, so you had 2 referees in there.
Yeah, as soon as he shares it, Rick, I'll post it on the page and on my personal page as well.
And then the match is not going to Michael Hayes' liking. He's getting a little too involved in the match, and they're kind of telling, hey, you need to back off. He gets tired of it, and he just bails out. And as he steps out, Ric Flair hits Kerry, who's trying to stop Michael Hayes from leaving. Ric Flair knees Kerry in the back, which shoves Kerry into Hayes, knocks him off the ring into the floor. Gordy slams the cage door, and that starts the Freebird feud and Von Erich feud.
One of the greatest feuds of all time.
It lasted way too long, but for a good year and a half to 2 years, up until David passed away, that was one of the hottest feuds I've ever seen in my life.
Yes.
It kind of lost a lot of its wind of its sails when
that
David
was the
died.
cage hit. The cage hit heard around the world.
Yeah,
You
and
know what I mean?
David Manning in interviews has said that latch that hit Kerry in the head actually did make contact. It didn't make full contact, but those things are they're just a U-hook that goes over like this. It just closes over it, but it's bolted on. When he slammed that door, that bolt was tight and it cockeyed it a little bit. So when it hit, it actually hit Kerry. But they told him to make sure to pull that latch down so it hits that gate, it stops. And it did, but it bent because the bolts weren't real tight. Kerry caught a little bit of it, but not the full thing, is what David Manning said. But that made World Class a lot of money, a ton of money. I mean, they were okay up until then, but once that hit, it was.
Did he get his head busted open when that cage hit him?
No. I don't know what the real injury was, but he did get hit.
Because I thought that latch hit him right on and busted his head open.
Well, that was what it's supposed to look like. It's what it's supposed to look like. But he did get a glancing blow because it hit, but that gate stopped it. But it did bend a little bit, hit him in the head. Is what Dave Manning said, but didn't do any serious damage. But I got to see my first matches I went to in person. The main event was Bruiser Brody versus Kamala, which was really cool. It lasted 5 minutes, but that's how those matches go. But Kevin Von Erich was wrestling Buddy Roberts that night, so I could see my first Von Erich and Freebird in person, which was really cool. And during the matches, it was at the Great Plains Coliseum in Lawton, Oklahoma, which is looks like a big basketball gym. There's bleachers on both sides, and as a matter of fact, they had a semi-pro basketball team there one time. But there's a stage area at the very back of the arena, and I saw Kevin in the dark riding a bicycle in circles around there, kind of watching the matches that were going on. It was kind of cool. It was cool.
Get that on film.
Yeah,
That's
that's before these. You couldn't do that.
You guys remember when Vince got his hands on Michael Hayes? And not only did he change his name to Doc Hendricks, he made him cut his hair.
Yeah.
Remember? Yeah, I remember
that. Oh, that was terrible. Oh,
yeah. I want to see this movie too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I've heard great things about that movie.
Yeah, I have too.
Looking forward to it.
Kevin, I got that other picture I'm going to put up here that you sent me, that ring. A little closer look at it.
And you can see that's the opposite side. So that one's bent too. You see how far it's bent?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow. Look at that.
And then the steps.
They painted in black. Yeah.
Looks like a camper trailer steps.
Yeah. Straight
it does.
up.
It really does. That's embarrassing.
It is bad.
That's terrible.
That's what made the ring shrink, because those they're bent.
I will agree. That looks like about the size of an indie ring, because that looks like the size
What
of
an
the
embarrassment. I mean, that's
ECW
terrible.
ring.
That's
Well, that's the rumor going around. It was an indie ring.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with the indie ring, but when you're doing a big television production with millions of dollars involved, you need something a little bit better quality.
Yeah, just admit it. You had an issue with getting the ring there, and you used one. Then it would have been done. But you let the fuel keep going on and make people delete tweets. You're making it worse.
Fake news.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fake news.
There's nothing that Tony Khan does that does not blow up in his face.
Nope.
But his dad hired the offensive coordinator for which team? I can't remember now.
For
Jacksonville Jaguars?
Yeah, no, but he was an offensive coordinator for another team.
Oh, okay.
He was the for
Tampa Bay.
Yeah, and he's gone back and forth to Tampa Bay, and then he left in college and only stayed 1 year. He's a bouncing around. He will not last as a head coach. You'll see. He does not have it.
Liam Cohen or something like that.
He does not have it.
Yeah.
The Jaguars have been a joke for years anyway. I mean,
ESPN and Major League Baseball have just announced they will end their TV partnership at the end of the season. Dang.
Wow.
Ooh.
Sports just is losing its luster with me.
The NBA stinks.
Yep.
Oh, guys, breaking news.
NFL and National League Hockey is the only thing that is on fire right now.
Breaking news, guys. The final boss is returning tomorrow night on SmackDown.
Nice.
Well, it should be his last opinion. He last appearance for a while because he just signed a new movie deal and he'll be gone for a while.
Yep. He's
So
gonna
that's
play
why
that. He's in run to play that comic book villain.
He stinks at acting. I don't care. He was okay in Scorpion King, but that's about it.
Yeah, some of his movies are good. Some of them are bad.
At the end of period 1, the United States won, Canada won.
These are the plates I just got in the mail today, guys. And that is gold plating.
I like that. I like that gold instead of the gold paint. I like that gold plating.
Yeah.
Beautiful, gorgeous. I like that.
Can I
James
give
Mills,
it
who's watching the show, has the same plates.
the DDK sound of approval?
Go ahead. Thank you very much. Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome, baby.
Bill Walker has left the building. Oh, he never came in the building. So.
I gotta borrow that
Because-
sound effect for when I walk in my bedroom and the wife's laying in bed.
Do you think you guys think it's make a good t-shirt? Think it's make a good t-shirt?
Yes.
Might get a t-shirt made of this. Yeah, I may have Ashley make me a t-shirt.
Yeah, why not?
I'm glad you brought that up, Jason.
Bully.
Yeah, I saw that. Banned from Egypt.
Yeah, I got a picture. Hang on a second. Where they at?
He was caught trying to yeet a camel.
Was he?
Oh, I wish he'd go away. Wish him and
He
his
was
brother
illegally
would-
eating.
Yeah. So he brought that up. So I'm gonna share my screen here. I got a picture. There we go. This is from Dirt Sheet Radio. Logan Paul claims he was banned from Egypt by the Egyptian government. Boy, he must have pissed somebody off.
Mm-hmm.
This is his quote. He said, Mr. Beast uploaded the new video exploring the pyramids, and I love the pyramids. So I was like, Jimmy, can I come? He's like, for sure. And then a week later, he called me and says, unfortunately, the Egyptian government said you can't come. Otherwise, we can't come. We can't come. And I was like, wait, what? I know I pissed people off, but the Egyptian government, I've never been to Egypt. Why can't I come to the pyramids, Jimmy? He said, I don't know. The government specifically said you are the only person that cannot come on the strip. That's from his YouTube channel.
Wow.
You got to do something pretty bad for a whole government to tell you can't come over there. And
Well,
I
look
get
at
it.
that.
He's nothing but you. The Egyptian government, as well as Saudi Arabia, has clear
Yeah,
rules
listen.
when it comes to YouTube personalities coming to their country and filming all these stuff.
Yeah.
Last year, they started banning people that's never even set foot there because they're YouTube prank personalities. Logan
Yes.
Paul is part of that too. They don't like the
Yes.
stuff that he does online, which I can
Yes.
understand.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of them are getting hit with it. They can't go over there. And then there was a couple that went over there and they were filming and they got arrested.
Oh, wow.
Hi, Lisa.
And they
Hi,
almost didn't get back.
I saw a guy that was paragliding, those little parachute things flying over the top of a pyramid. Yeah,
That's
they get
nuts.
tired of people just desecrating their monuments.
It's different over there. It's not like over here where you can do all this.
Yeah.
Well, he's
Lisa.
also-
You know?
Isn't one of them banned for what he did for showing something? And where those people in was it Japan where they go to commit suicide? That forest. I mean, one of them one of the Pauls getting in trouble for that too?
I hadn't heard
believe
that
so.
one.
I believe so. I think it was Jake.
Yeah, one of them did. They went to Suicide Forest and showed some people that had just killed themselves, and
I think it
the
was Jake.
Japanese
And
government.
then Logan was taking some flack because of the video he had a couple years ago where the dog jumped off the boat and it looked like he pushed the dog.
Yeah, all these people in this country that run their mouth to the government and run their mouth. There's a go in other countries right now and see what's happening. Go in Germany and post an offensive meme or picture, and you will be put in jail. Go look at what's happening. So you better count your blessings or you got them.
Enjoy your freedom here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you just got people just being stupid. It's just ridiculous.
Too many
Is
people
it-
be stupid.
Can I ask something?
Yeah.
Do you remember growing up? You never saw the president really on the news was all about news. You never really heard anything that was going on in government. You didn't even know the president was doing anything growing up. You very saw him on TV.
Yep.
Nothing was. The news was about news and what's going on around the world, and a fire here and a plane crash there. And I don't remember anything about what the president did growing up when I was younger. But now,
I mean,
it's-
you only heard when he did the big broadcast thing. That was the only time you ever heard.
Well,
him.
every so often
Yeah.
you get a quote from the president
Well,
regarding
Reagan
some
used to do
major
the
thing.
wasn't it Reagan used to do the fireside chats every weekend, or I mean, at least for a
No,
little while.
that was Roosevelt.
No,
The only thing I can remember-
but Reagan, he took that and did the same thing.
the only thing I remember seeing Reagan on TV was when the Challenger disaster. But you didn't have what it is now. It seems like the media just keeps everything right in everybody's face and makes everybody mad. And I just don't know why we can't get. I don't agree. I believe that but Richard is one of the ugliest people in the world with a beard in, but his wife thinks otherwise. But we get
I was
along because we
born
can
this
get
way,
along
man.
easily.
Sorry.
Yeah, we can. And Richard thinks this dot on my forehead is
Now I
connected
gotta
to a
shave
bomb
my beard.
somewhere. And it is, but we agree to disagree. But stop hating everybody, even in the belt community. It's weird.
Yeah.
Just because we like to, I don't like that guy. And I was like, what did he do? He's like, dude's always talking crap about the such and such belt. I'm like, wow, where have we
Well,
gone?
I grew my beard to hide my chin. Without my beard, I don't have a jaw.
Keep growing it all the way down then.
Well, I figured I could flip it over and cover this.
And people,
It'll keep
people,
your
I'm
junk
joking, I'm joking, people, just to,
It'll
personally.
keep your junk. It'll grow it down lower. It'll keep your junk warm.
Yeah, I love Richard.
Stop.
Yeah, you're talking about the president.
Can you put that back up? What do you say?
Same thing with voting. Nobody cared back then, and everyone mind their business. Yeah, exactly. But you were talking about the president. Nobody ever heard from the president. Once every week or every other week, you might get a quote from the president regarding a certain thing happened in the world. That'd be about it.
All I know is when the State of the Union address came on, it took over all of TV, and it was just terrible.
That's what I meant. The state of the
Oh, it was
union. Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah,
That
you
was
didn't
the
have
only thing I
cable
heard.
back then.
And the same with wrestling. We're all divided just because if you're AEW, what are you doing like in WWE? And if you're WWE, what are you doing like in AEW? Why do you get it? What are we doing? I mean, this generation is
Everybody's
just so
in everybody
messed up.
else's business, and it's got to stop. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, stop putting your business all online too.
Yeah.
Well, it's the
I
same thing
love
like
all
when I was a
wrestling.
kid.
I don't care.
Well, it's like when I was a kid. You had Mid South, you had Georgia, you had World Class, and a couple other. It's the same thing then. You had several different promotions, but nobody hated you because you watched Georgia or you watched World Class. I mean, it's like, oh, I wish I could get that. Now it's like you like AEW, you're an idiot.
Hey, Jason, I need to get you to come on DDK next week. I've been meaning to get him on.
I want to get him on our show too.
He's got some good tips. Well, you lost on first.
I knew him first.
I got him. I was right. Y'all heard it first. I said, Jason, come here first.
I knew him. I knew him longer than you have. So
Okay,
that's
well,
okay.
then, go ahead,
I see
Jason.
where Ray-
I'll let you go, Jason. Go ahead. I
Yes.
hate you now. I hate
Kevin,
spanning the globe now. See what y'all did? I hate it. I hate
The
it.
only thing that I got to tell you about Jason is you
I
got to
hate it.
watch out for the Coquito leg drop. If he hits that, it's over with.
yeah.
No, I'm not going for that one. Nah.
Yeah. Duck Dynasty's coming back. Did you know that? Hear about that?
What?
Yeah, it's going to be a different name now. I forgot what they call
Yeah.
it now.
You're bringing it back?
And
Yeah.
and supposedly the dad has Alzheimer's. Phil.
Oh,
Really?
Oh, no. I
That's
hate
what they.
Wow.
I was listening to the radio this morning. They were talking
I
about
hope not.
this. I hope not either. But
him and
He had
Cy.
some
I
good-
love Cy was the greatest part of that show.
He had some good football stories.
Cy was
Well,
hilarious.
Phil Robertson was supposed to be the quarterback for Louisiana Monroe, but he decided to go duck hunting instead because football season happened during duck season.
Mhm.
That's how Terry Bradshaw stepped in, and
But
Who knows
he's
what
the
will happen.
definition of a great human being because he likes everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't discriminate.
He's a
He
good
loves
guy.
everybody. Yeah.
absolutely. I had a brain fart earlier. I forgot to mention at the top of the second hour that this show is sponsored by Marked Leather Championship that we're leathering.
I hope you wiped.
But what?
You said you
Oh
had
my
a brain
God.
fart.
Oh,
Oh, my gosh. You really
Ashley
say that?
Southern Designs. Think of a time to bring that up.
Did you just white?
And by Unique Championship belts. Oh, jeez.
Damn.
And since Kevin's on the show now, I want to make sure I get this right. Be sure you watch the DDK podcast on Tuesday nights on the Wide World of Belts Facebook groups.
yeah, baby.
the DDK channel on YouTube and on Instagram. And what other?
We are on X, Twitch, and Truth Social.
Yeah, you
Don't
get
miss
Oh,
around.
Truth Social. Wow.
Don't miss
Nice.
it.
I did
I
share
got the news on Phil Robertson if you want to hear it.
Sure.
He was just diagnosed in the last couple of days with a fractured vertebrae,
Oh,
and he's going through that. He has also been dealing with a blood disease, and it is said that he is in early stages, very early stages of Alzheimer's.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
I hate to hear that.
I hate hearing that.
I knew Cy got in the hospital because he had a boating accident.
Yeah.
I think he fell off a boat or something.
Wow.
Also, if you're
I'll tell
watching
you
us on
what.
YouTube, you can thank the Brothers of Kayfabe podcast for their partnership with us on the StreamYard subscription. Makes it
Thank you, guys.
more affordable
Thank
for
you,
us to
guys.
bring some material to you on YouTube. Thank you very much. Give them a like on Apple Podcasts and on Linktree.
Ben, we miss
Tell
you. Get well.
that lady, yeah, Ben, that
Most of
lady
us can't
worships
spell
the
you.
ground he walks on. His wife. They're high school sweethearts, I believe, right? Him and
Probably
his wife.
so.
Yes.
Jason, you gotta go on the show. Shoot, come on my show too. I get an echo in my ear. It's making me slur my speech.
You just do it just because of double drop kick. You always do it. You just do it to murder
Sweet tea.
my man.
I get my tang all tangled up. See, I did it again.
Your tang all twisted.
Tank.
Yeah,
Tang all twisted.
Yeah,
Tang,
Yeah.
tang.
Never mind.
yeah. Kevin, you had a show on Tuesday night. You had the guy that does the poses the wrestling figures, takes pictures. That is amazing that he does that.
Matthew
That was
Goldberg.
great. I enjoyed that.
Matthew
Yeah, he was the
Goldberg,
second one. We had Figure Kingdom when we first did DDK. It was like one of the second episodes. He's great too. And then we had last night Matthew Goldberg. He's incredible photography of toys.
Yes.
And he gets these toy companies that sends him action figures for free because it's advertisement for them.
And he does work for them. I mean, he gets paid for doing their photography and stuff.
That is
Nice.
awesome.
Both him and Figure K.
Now that
I got
is
them
a
both
hustle
on my
right there.
Instagram and Facebook now.
And then we had Turnquist figure belts. That's great. They're great too. He's the guy that makes the 3D belts for the 3D pendant for the figures, and he paints them. I don't know how he does it. You have to have a microscopic toothpick to be able to paint. Amazing job too. But yeah, it was a fun time. He's a great guy.
I guess he
that.
does it like the guys do those little soldiers, the little pewter soldiers.
It's
They paint
even
them.
smaller than that. I don't know how he gets inside of those globes and does. He
Well,
says it's,
paintbrushes and pulls one bristle out.
he says
Right?
it's a needle, a pinpoint needle that he.
That's
that
like
he-
painting on a grain of rice.
But I'd be like, I'd do it and be like,
I reached out to him about getting a belt from him, and I never heard from him again. So I need to reach out to him again.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool what he does. I think I had something else to talk about here. Do I? No,
Did you
no.
guys
Oh,
see
yeah.
WWE? Triple H actually got a hold of them. You know those kids that dress up like the famous wrestlers, and they fight on the subway and stuff like that.
Are they in the
Well,
hobby?
Triple H. They probably are. No, they probably are. I forgot what it's called. Subway Wrestle, something like that. Well,
Okay, I was
he
thinking
met up with the
somebody else.
lead guy, and they were talking about doing a collaboration together. And Triple H
okay.
was interviewing him and Nick Khan because they followed them on Instagram. They seen their stuff on Instagram.
Okay.
You know, it wasn't nothing out of the ordinary, but it was like cool.
Yeah.
They would reenact the matches, Stone Cold, Kane, and all that.
Were these the same? Was these the same guys that like the kids that dress up like as Roman and Paul Heyman and?
Yeah. It's called Subway something.
Okay.
I forgot the name totally. I don't want to butcher it either, but they're all over Instagram, and I seen a video of Nick Khan and Triple H meeting with them.
oh, the Colons just showed up on Impact tonight.
On TNA, yeah.
Yeah,
Like I think Jason said, Obafemi showed up too from NXT.
Yeah.
What about
Yes.
when Primo and Epico reunite with Carlito to take the bloodline?
ooh,
Now you're getting some stories.
I do have one more thing I want to
the
share with
Puerto
you
Rican
guys.
bloodline.
I want to share one more thing with you guys. It's on in my folder here, and I don't know what this originates from, but Moose got a belt the other day. He won a belt. Which belt was that with?
I believe it's the X. Was it the X? Yeah, the X division.
Okay. So there's a lot of criticism about that belt. But anyway, somebody, they blocked out their name there. So watch out, Naya. You're going to get canceled for supporting Moose. There they come crying to criticize you. LOL. They can't stand to see a person be successful, I guess. So Nia Jax tweets out there, or whatever that is. I think it's Instagram. Says, I don't give a, you know what?
That's Twitter.
I've watched this man work his ass off for over a decade. He's one of the most athletically gifted and kindest people. I wish nothing but the best for him. This match will be incredible.
What's up, Ethan?
What did this guy do? I don't understand.
I don't know. I don't know what the backstory is on this, but it's causing a lot of hoopla. And Nia Jax has injected herself into that.
I know.
Yeah,
he showed up
Moose is a hustler, man. He's a hustler.
He showed up with the belt on NXT Tuesday.
Oh yeah, he confronted Omofemi.
Yeah, Obafemi. So that could be what they're talking about.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. And I don't know what the criticism comes from, but everybody I've heard of speaks highly of him. So.
Yeah, Moose. Yeah, very popular.
Be honest with you, I want to see that match between them two.
I would like to see it.
What a better way to get even pushed even more, over Femi is Moose and him going at it, and he's victorious over Moose.
Yeah. Well, Moose looks like somebody you don't want to mess with.
Sorry, there's this. It just came up on my LEO. I still get LEO law enforcement emails. There is a wanted fugitive by the name of William Banks who broke away from the Connecticut jail and helped others escape with him. He is now facing a 20-year sentence once caught. It is worth noting that Banks only had 4 months left on his sentence.
Do you guys remember that TV show, America's Dumbest Criminals?
Yes.
I used to love that show.
What do you had 4 months to go, dude, and you break out. Now when you get caught and the marshals will catch you, goodbye for 20 years.
Yeah. Some people just aren't that bright.
Not exactly a brainiac.
My favorite episode of that America's Dumbest Criminals, this guy was arrested for breaking into vending machines and stealing coins out of it. So he uses one phone call to call his girlfriend to come bail him out. She shows up with a big old bag of quarters to bail him out.
I thought you were talking about the one that called the police because he was breaking in one, but he called the police and 911 because he got stuck behind it when he was trying to break in.
I remember that one.
And there was another one where this guy robbed this convenience store, and he's walking out, and the girl says, "They're going to catch you, you know." He said, he pulls the sunglasses and says, "You have to get pretty early in the morning to catch old Bo Riley." And he walks out. And the show, they're looking through the phone books. It took about 10 minutes to identify the guy. They went arrested.
Did you guys hear about the story about the store? I forgot where it was. I think it was in New York or somewhere. There was a guy. He was a store clerk. He got stuck behind the soda freezer, the soda machine freezer.
I hadn't heard that one.
Nobody reported him missing, nothing else. When the store was closing down, they were moving it, and they found him dead behind it.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I think he was a single guy, no family, and they found his dead body just standing up behind it.
My goodness.
It was crazy.
Was he the only one working there at that shift? Because what would customers do? They're trying to pay for the stuff. And
No. The person came in the next day. I guess the store was closed.
Oh.
He must have fell behind it or whatever and just blacked out and passed away. I mean, you don't smell that?
Yeah, that's kind of hard to believe.
My cousins up north were like, it must have been a bodega. I'm like, oh my God.
You cannot pay me not to work in a convenience store after dark. It's just not worth it to me.
No.
It's just crazy.
Yep.
So, we got 20 more minutes, guys. What do you want to talk about?
Goal, United States up 2-1.
Oh, that's right. Yes, that's Canada playing hockey.
Mm-hmm.
And U.S. is up 1-0, right?
No, it's the championship game tonight. They just beat them in the preliminary round.
Look at that belt.
Yeah,
One of the greatest belts of all time, right?
That is a beautiful.
Oops.
I love that belt.
It's the wrong dang way.
Extreme close up.
That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Look at the depth that they got on that.
One of
Who
the
made
best
that belt?
belts ever.
It's CS.
And thank you, Jim Cornette, for painting the ribbons on the sides. Makes it so much better looking than it was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And blacking out, he did the black on the side plates.
Oh, did he? Wow. Yeah. Gorgeous.
Jim Cornette might run his mouth a lot, but he actually knows a lot. So
Beautiful belt.
He should have never been let go by NWA. Never.
Beautiful.
This is our belt of the week. Showed you a video earlier.
You know, my exes live in Texas, right?
Eventually, I'm going to relive this one. Just not quite yet.
Yeah, buddy.
I get caught up in everything. I'm going to do that. Let's see if I had
What's up, Steven?
Needs that US tag. Yeah, buddy.
Thank you, Kevin. And thanks for sharing your pictures with us. If you're a leather guy, stone guy, or you do any kind of work on belts, send me pictures. I'll put them up on the show.
Yeah, definitely. And share them in the groups. Share them in the groups.
And I like Kevin's idea. If you have a belt for sale, send it to me. I'll post those up for sale. Did one last week. Dennis Wright had a belt for sale. So,
Right.
isn't Michigan the state that's always missing off that belt?
Yes.
Yeah, some horrible artwork got out there. Yep.
Yeah.
Stephen Hammer needs that tag. I think it's Stephen Hammer back on the show sometime.
Mm-hmm.
I had him on one time and forgot. And a few months later, we were talking. He was commenting, I've never had you on the show. Did you have it on the show? He said, yes, you did. I forgot.
Wow. No, the NXT champ showed up on TNA tonight.
Interesting.
I like this bouncing back and forth thing between WWE and TNA. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Just build up the quality of wrestling. Get rid of the drama stuff. I mean, storylines are one thing, but let's don't make them overshadow the wrestling. It's just
I like their lime green ropes.
And
I think they're cool. The yellow, the
From
yellow
what I'm
rope.
hearing, oh yeah,
don't
what I'm hearing is TNA. Certain guys are in the 2K game this year. They have a separate section now, and they added certain characters, so they're working together in the game too.
Mark, did you have a picture of the new belt, the belts they were talking, the ID belts? I just sent it to the chat if you want to put it
Okay,
up.
no, I don't have them. I'm glad you sent those.
Yeah, they're not bad looking. They're not.
No, they're not. They're not.
I think they're hideous.
They're not to my taste.
Like I said, the plate shape is the only thing I don't like because it looks like the Netflix logo.
It's the WWE logo belt, except the center is different.
There you go.
I mean, it's even the center plate's the exact same because you can see where the World Wrestling, you see they use the same thing. You can see where it goes down on the bottom on both of them.
Yeah.
That channel where it's supposed to say World Wrestling Federation down on the bottom. You can see where it was. I mean, that's how lazy you get in designing your belt.
So are these belts going to be defended or a tournament or what's going on here?
No, they'll be defended and fought for throughout the indies and the only in indie federations as up and coming as up and coming champions that the WWE has got their eye on in the indies. So basically, it's like as indie wrestlers are fighting over it, who WWE says are good wrestlers.
Okay, gotcha.
Interesting.
And I was saying, hopefully they do something smart. Like, hey, man, if you can hold on to it for 6 months, you get a shot in this one. And then what they can do is see how an indie guy reacts being a champion. Can he carry himself? Can he carry this and that? If he doesn't, then they make him lose it before 6 months and get. That's what I hope they do.
You remember what they used to do back in the day? Used to pull the guys out of the audience. You know, the wrestlers before they became popular. Yeah.
Typhoon
right out of the audience.
Yeah, they pulled Earthquake was pulled out.
Earthquake. Yeah. I can't keep up with the natural disasters. I haven't, Chris. I haven't. But I'll tell you a good read is Gary Hart's book. I've got that on PDF. If anybody wants that, I'll see if I can find it and send it to you. But they're beautiful. It's a beautiful book. Great book. Sound like Donald Trump. Beautiful.
They probably are. I wouldn't doubt it. If they sell them.
Huge.
It's huge. They're like my hands. They're huge.
Fired. You're fired. Okay. I see where you're going with that.
Yes, the side plates can. They look like they are removable from the picture.
Also, I was remiss in mentioning this at the second hour, top of the second hour. We are looking to get 500 subscribers to the Wild World of Belts YouTube channel. 500. And once we get to 500, we're about 200 right now. We'll have a giveaway for a belt exactly like this one. This is mine for my personal collection, but I have a set of plates on order from Unique Spirit. Those are CNC plates, 4mm dual plated, and they will be put on my leather. And once we get to 500 subscribers, we'll figure out some kind of giveaway to give away this belt. And so if you have not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so and get yourself entered into the giveaway. So we'd appreciate that. Also have 3 belts for sale. I have this Georgia TV title by Unique Spirit on my leather, 4mm plates. Beautiful belt. A lot of people call that the crayon belt. Some people call it the 10 pounds of paint. But this was popular in the Georgia TV show. Ronnie Garvin and Jake Roberts fought for that belt. Ultimately, Ron Garvin won that belt back. But I'm asking $275 for that belt, shipped in the U.S. And I really don't want to sell any of these belts, but I need the room. I got 2 more belts that had come in and 3 total that I need to make room for. So I'm also selling this one. And this is not by Unique Spirit. This is by My Almadasser. It is the NWA Television Championship. It's on Oxblood strap, my Oxblood strap. I have a black one. I don't need a red one. So need the room. So I'm asking $300 ship for this one. Again, this is My Almadasser.
I think you should have somebody fight for it live on air.
That'd be a good idea. Yeah. I'm also asking.
We'll do that at 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah. Brawl to end it all. Also selling this CNC dual plated Hogan 86 by Great Custom Belts. My dogs are barking because my family's coming in the house. Beautiful, beautiful belt. It's got a beautiful tip. I think you get a picture of that tip to put up on the screen. But I'm asking $300 ship for that one. And if you're interested in any of these belts, hit me up after the show. Otherwise, they'll be put on the sales posts tomorrow.
I am looking for an NWA national title made by either ORM or you can, if you got a Reggie one, or if you got a Milliken one, or if you got a CS one, higher quality, please.
Oh my God!
If y'all are out of topics, I've got a topic for you.
Go ahead. I was reading something that Richard posted in the chat.
If you were immediately in charge of WWE, what would be the first thing you change? What would you implement? WWE is now yours. What do you do? Chat. What do y'all do? What would you change? Keep? What would be the first thing?
Make sure the world title is defended every 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the old days?
I would say
the TV title in the NWA was defeated. Was sooner than that. I mean, not every once a month. It was every week.
Bring back the good storylines. Get rid of the ugly titles. And run with a storyline. Don't change it every week.
Like Tony Khan does.
Amen, dude.
Stop the face heel, face heel, face heel.
Yeah. I would implement time limits like they used to announce. This is a main event for 60 minutes or a preliminary match for 15, 20 minutes or whatever. Institute that. I also would not have the matches end exactly when the show is supposed to go off the air. That's just too unrealistic.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I've had too much of Pat McAfee. It's just too much.
I can't stand Pat McAfee.
It's just too much. It's too much.
Yeah. What about you, Kev? What would you do?
I'd bring back the weight classes. I would also make sure that that belt's just not changed hands only on pay-per-views. I would bring a TV title that would be defended on TV each week.
Every week, yes.
And I would bring back tag team wrestling. I'd give off, it wouldn't be the same wrestlers that you'd see. One night it would focus on the tag team division and true tag teams. It would be tag team names, not 2 people put together. And then I'd bring back real looking championships and have them prestigious and backroom interviews. It wouldn't be this in-ring stuff. That'd be some of the first things that I'd do.
You were talking about on your show the other night about the tag teams, and you mentioned women's tag teams. The first women's tag team that came to my mind when you brought that up was the Iconics. They were a true tag team.
They were the first ladies tag team champions in WWE.
Yeah, but I mean, they were actually developed as a tag team.
Yeah. Now they're out of wrestling.
Yeah, they're both mothers now.
You didn't talk about the topic of what's her name? McCool. Is that her name?
Oh no, we did not. Michelle McCool.
Yep, that's
Sorry,
a good
guys.
topic
I
to
love
talk
the
about.
Undertaker, but I just
Started
don't think
off.
she belongs. She's
No.
like Brie Bella. I don't think she belongs to the Hall of Fame.
It's too soon. It's too soon. She doesn't belong in there before everybody
No,
else.
I don't
I'm
think
sorry.
she
No, there are way
I don't
too many
think she
people
would.
waiting in line.
They're kissing
She
up for
doesn't
the
deserve to be
Undertaker.
in there.
That's
Period.
what they're doing. They're trying to for the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Just like they did for Booker T when they put his wife in. She didn't deserve in the Hall of Fame at all.
The one thing I will give her, not just because she's the Undertaker's wife, she was one of the innovators of the Divas era, moving on to where the girls today are doing what they're doing. I'll give her that. But Hall of Fame material, no.
Yeah, I don't.
She won the unification title, but that doesn't mean you're just because you win a belt doesn't give. I mean, I think you don't Nobody in here can remember a match at first. None. I even was like, I don't even remember it, and I've got head problems. I was like, I know I don't remember this.
I just wasn't that impressed with her. I mean, she's pretty, but I mean, Trish Stratus deserved to get in there. China needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
China.
Yeah, China definitely by herself.
I don't think this is the time to put Triple H in right now. I think there's others that need to go in before him.
Ivan Koloff, Nikita Koloff, Midnight Express, Jim Cornette. I could go on and on.
There's a bunch.
Demolition.
I mean, it's just
like you said. Concentrate on tag teams. Concentrate on world champions. Concentrate on intercontinental champions. You know what I mean?
I don't know why you can't. People are like, well, we can't. One of the things that they said was we can't have too many at a time because of all the speech things. Well, don't have speeches then.
Yeah,
you can do video montages of people that are dead so that you don't have to bring up their family and tell these guys your acceptance speech is 2 minutes. That's it. Move on with it.
Vince was very anti-tag team.
And do a whole list of 15 guys that deserve, but you've got to understand, and this is one thing I think is happening in the NFL. You're putting in people that don't deserve to be Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame is something that you did astronomically that's supposed to be remembered for whatever. Just like the NFL putting in Sterling Sharp. He was great for the 5 years that he was in. His injury cut him short. He would have been Hall of Fame, but I'm sorry, things happen. Some people just don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, and you've got to reserve that for the best of the absolute best.
And for the love of God, can we remove the Hollywood Hall of Fame section in wrestling?
How about build one?
Unless they actually built, were participated in a match. Just because they showed up in the ring and made a speech doesn't mean they belong in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Yeah, the only real Hall of Fame is the one that's in the Memphis Wrestling Hall of Fame, or the one that's in Tennessee. That's the real Hall of Fame. You can go visit that and you can go into it. But, it seems like it's a joke, and it's still continuing with Triple H. I thought it would change, but it's not.
I like the idea of having a brick and mortar Hall of Fame, but for those of us who cannot travel to Connecticut or wherever they decide to base this, or Florida, put a traveling exhibit and change it out every so often.
Yes, I agree.
I have there's a museum here for General Tommy Franks that's local. He led the troops into Afghanistan this last time around, or Iraq. And he has a traveling exhibit. They change stuff out every so often. They travel with exhibits in a truck trailer. So WWE.
You can make your. I mean, they kind of do, don't they? With the big when they do WrestleMania stuff, they take certain pieces around, don't they?
Yeah,
and have them display.
They have access. WWE access. Yeah.
I believe 100% with you on Pete Rose. I'm sorry, Jason. I don't agree with Barry Bonds. When you get caught cheating, I don't care how level of cheating it is.
And it's sad that Pete will be brought in one day, but he's gone. He doesn't.
It's the same way with Clemens. I'm sorry, Clemens. You were caught cheating.
Yep.
You don't get in. You have to show some kids there's repercussions for your actions.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Jason, have you seen these kids now in T-ball and things that are going up to bat with all this gear on their head? They've got no injuries. They got the thing on their sleeve. They got the sliding mitt, all batting up there, and they're in T-ball. I'm like, what injuries do you got that you need all that protective equipment? Because we're copying the pros.
When I played Little League Baseball, we played T-shirt and jeans. That's all we had.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We did wear a helmet for batting, but that was it. No knee pads.
You played in my era baseball.
T-shirt and jeans. That's it.
If you'd have played in my era baseball, Especially, it was my senior year. I was a captain, even though it was short lived. My senior year, I broke my hip and whatever. But if you'd have brought out a sliding mitt to slide, I would have got thrown out of the game because I'd have come out of the dugout, slapped you with it, and then took it, and then made sure that you were not playing again. I mean, it's just, what have we become? So soft.
Yeah. Sabu,
Canada,
Raven, yeah.
Canada tied it up at 2-2. Dang.
Well, we got 5 minutes left. That's about time for our final thought. And Andy, you said you had that this week, right?
What's that?
The final thought. Didn't
You
you
have
say you
the
had a
final
final thought?
Oh no, I was joking earlier. I just
Okay. Well, I don't have one.
Oh,
I've
I
got
thought
one.
you were being serious.
I bet Kevin's got one.
Okay.
Kevin, you got one? Roll with it.
Sure. Guys, take care of one another in the hobby. Far too much there's arguing, far too much there's drama. I'd like to see more in the hobby of when somebody's got a belt day, go out of your way to look for new belt days and groups and give them congratulations, give them a thumbs up, support positivity in the community, and let's stop with a bunch of the drama stuff and a bunch of the hate. Take care of one another, look out for one another. If there's certain people, that you've seen, just like we did with our great friend who lost his pet Boots, Platinum Swords, Adam, send them a message, check on them. We've known and got to know so many people in this because of this hobby. So take care of each other. If you haven't seen somebody post in a while, just reach out. You ain't got to get involved in the business. Hey man, I haven't seen you posted. Hope you're doing good. Reach out, build a community, build positively, support all the shows, support all the podcasts. You don't have to maybe watch it live that night, but the next day watch it. Invest your time. We've gotten to know each other because of a great hobby. Keep it that way, and go out of it. I'll give you a challenge. For the next week, I challenge you to go out and look for the posts that are new belt days in all the groups, and just put down a thumbs up or congratulations. Stick with each other, and remember, your mental health is very important. Take care of it.
Absolutely. I agree with you more.
Yeah, man.
He's making me mad.
he means it too.
Yeah.
And God bless.
Yeah. No, that's the worst to live on, especially after what happened earlier today. And don't be that douchebag that gets somebody's personal pictures off Facebook and uses them to run somebody down.
That's terrible.
They had nothing to do with the situation.
Innocent people don't need to be brought in.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to call it out when you see it. Hey, that's over the line.
Yep. And a lot of people did.
Yeah, swag. Yeah, Jason, swag. It's terrible. These kids are swinging bats that swing themselves because they're too heavy for them.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thank you for you, Chris. We always appreciate all the guys who watch.
Thanks, Chris.
Support these shows.
When you make a deal with somebody about their belt, it's about you and that person, not you.
Love you, Ben.
And
You
that
get well,
person's
man.
family.
Yeah, you get better, Ben. Love you, buddy.
If you need
Thanks,
some
man.
stuff sent, I just need your address. I'll send you some stuff and get somebody to deliver it to you, some zinc or some vitamin C. Just reach out. I'll help you if I can get better.
Yeah. This is a hobby. It is not, I don't know what you call it, a mosh
It's not
pit.
real life. Yeah, it's not real life.
Yeah, don't get upset over just a comment or something. Just, but we've all become friends because of this hobby.
Yep.
And we're great friends. We talk every single day. I talk to Ben every single day. I talk to some of these guys in the chat. I see a lot of you guys every single week. So be joyful of that. And I'm telling you, life is very, very short. Don't waste it on negativity with people that don't care. There's people like here that are, I almost said his name, Gason, who is an absolute miserable person in the world. Absolute, his life is miserable because he makes it that way. Or because he keeps getting put only on Geico commercials because that's what he looks like, the caveman. But I'm sorry, don't let those kind of people ruin your happiness or your hobby. Take care of each other and ignore those people that don't love themselves.
They call me a bully.
I want to say this in the most cleanest way, but you're rubbing off on him.
Yeah.
Oh man. Richard.
Well, with that, we will close the show. I want to thank you very much for joining us, giving it 2 hours of your lives up for us. We appreciate it. And we would be here if there were only 2 of you watching. But
thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. And I'm sorry
to bring this up, but I'm going to bring it up because I'm excited about this. Next week on this show, you don't want to miss it. It'll probably be in the second hour because of how the schedule working out. But we're going to bring back the Dynamite Doll.
Yes.
And
Can't wait.
She's going to give us updates on what's going on in her life. And we had so much fun with her the last time. Looking forward to another good time. So
can't wait.
she's agreed to come on the show, but she may be a little later because she's got a new job and her job she gets off her job halfway through our first hour. So, but I'm excited to have her on. So
Me too.
you don't want to miss this episode. So come back next week. And absolutely. And I want to thank Kevin for the end credits, which I've not the end credits, the beginning credits, and also the end credits. He does
very welcome.
a lot of great work for us.
Thank
We
you,
really
Kevin.
appreciate it.
I do it for pleasure. I love you guys. I hope anybody out
We
there
love you
needs some
too,
help.
bud.
Thanks
love
for having
you
me
too.
on. I'm sorry I was on sick, but Ben, please get better because I bring the show down when I come on. I'm too ugly.
You don't bring the show down.
No.
No, all 5
Kevin
viewers
Johnson,
watching would agree with me.
Kevin, I hold that title. You can't take that title. I'm the ugly one on the show.
That's right. But Ben, I hope you get better. And for everybody else, I hope you have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. Stay warm. And we will see you next week. Good night, everybody.
Stay blessed, everybody.